Yo, 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 what's up, cool? Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Hey, man. In here today, what we looking at? Man, the day Tuesday, Wednesday, Wednesday, Tuesday. Excuse me. Dang, don't. I only know my days of the week. Right here before the draft, we got 2 days before it go down. Oh my goodness. 2 days before all this stuff that we talking about come to pass. Ain't no more mock drafting and ain't no more, oh, let me see what they get ready to do. All that. It's Tuesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Thursday is the big day. Now the Carolina Panthers don't have a pick, but like I said, the rumors are still out there of us making moves for day one. Rumors are out there of us making moves day two. So what I'm gonna need you to do, wipe your feet off, come on in. Don't bring that bullshit up in here. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what I do. Y'all know how I do it. Let's get into it. King JP, Anthony Brown, C, Flame for Jesus. What's going on, man? I see y'all. Come on in. Let's get it. The one thing I'm going to get started on is this, man. Okay. The USA Today put out all 32 teams ranked by strength of schedule. Let's talk about that a little bit. Okay? Then y'all see the thumbnail. Y'all see what time it is. Joe Person, not me now. Joe Persons said, and I'm gonna read the whole quote, everything that's going on. According to Joe Persons of the Athletic, he's heard some buzz that the Carolina Panthers will take a quarterback. Maybe in the late round, round the third round, something like that. So that's the 65th pick. And y'all know I've been talking about 65. So you take a quarterback in the third round, all that talk about, you remember the last one we took in the third round? Was it Matt Corral? They moved up for him? Matt Corral? So Joe say he's heard a buzz that Dave Canales and GM Dan Morgan could take a quarterback during the draft. Highly likely day 3. Highly likely. Okay? Y'all keep that in the back of the memory. That's another thing we're going to talk about today. Okay? So, we got the rankings, strength of schedule, and I'm going to walk you through that. Then, Joe Person said he heard a buzz. Buzz. Okay? Then the biggest thing we had yesterday went to the Denver Broncos. I know y'all sitting there like, yo, go. The hell you talking about Zach Wilson for? I've even heard content creators say, I don't care about this team or that team, this team or whatever. All I care about is the Carolina Panthers. If that ain't the dumbest statement ever said to come between somebody's lips, bruh, you got to care about all these teams because we picked number 33. So what those other teams do from top to do affects us because now the talent that would have been there may not be there, or we're going to have some talent in some other positions that's going to be there that we didn't expect to be there. Dummy, silly, goofy, damn. Anyway, I told y'all the gloves is out. I done told y'all the gloves is out. I'm feeling a little King Richardish. King Richard like. But now I ain't King. I ain't gonna transform into the king. But I'm feeling a little King Richardish. King Richard like. But we ain't going there today. We ain't going ham on nobody. Okay? But those are the three things we're gonna talk about. Let's get into Zach Wilson. Okay, Zach Wilson goes to Denver. What that does is this. Okay, everybody, let's break it down. Denver Broncos picking 12. Now, and we're gonna get into we're gonna get in this a little bit better come tomorrow and Thursday. Oh, we're gonna put some scenarios out there on you. Make you think a little bit. Open your medulla oblongata. Understand? And Flame for Jesus said maybe Spencer Rattler. Well, hold on to that, Flame. Hold on to that. See, your wheels is already turning. You's a smart man. I know you are anyway. You's a smart man. Your wheels is already turning. You're already thinking. Your eyes already got big. And you starting to say, things that make you go, Okay? First of all, they had Denver Broncos linked to trading with somebody. Well, let me give y'all the real deal. Denver Broncos came. Denver Broncos released Russell Wilson 80 some odd $1 million because it didn't work out. You see how important the quarterback position is. They thought they had it locked down. They sent Seattle draft capital that they spending right now this year. Then they paid Russell 200 some odd $1 million. They owe him 80 some $1 million. They owe him 50 some percent of their cap for this year. You see how when you make a mistake on a quarterback, do you see how that affects you as an organization? You can't make no moves, bro. You can't. You chained. You locked up. Locked up. You in D block. If you don't get it right, you straight up in D block, bro. So that's 50 some percent, and then they owe them another 30 something or 40 something next year, and that drops their cap down to 30 some percent. They can operate next year. You see what I'm saying? They got Zach Wilson because the Jets had to get Zach out the door. They done with him. Okay? Change of pace, change of scenery might do him good. Sean say he might can fix him. You see what I'm saying? Break in case of emergency type deal. But Sean Payton, you got to think about it. This organization traded draft picks for Sean Payton. So Sean Payton ain't going nowhere. Right? Sean Payton got time. Sean Payton is nowhere near on the hot seat. Sean Payton will be in Denver come 2024, 2025, 2026, more than likely, until he say he want to go home just like he did in New Orleans. He will be there. Okay, so when you have that luxury at on your coaching staff, you're not firing a coach after 1 year, after 11 games. Like who? Like us. He's got time to implement a system. He has time to say, okay, I want to do this on defense, and this is a philosophy that we're going to go forward with. These are the types of players that we're going to grab in the drafts that's yet to come. Soon as we get our picks back and things like that, we're going to build this up. I get this guy this year. I get this guy to go with this guy, whatever, for the next year. We're going to set it up. I know who's coming out of college. Let my scouts go on over there and see what's up. Scout this guy real hard. I'm going to bring him in. Let's see where our draft position is, see where we land. Okay? But how it affects the draft this year right here is they were thinking Denver was going to go up and trade with the Cardinals or the Chargers. That's not going to happen now. They will now pull a quarterback in the first round. So let's just say they pull, see if people got them pulling a D tackle. It's probably going to be a defensive piece, right? Could be one of those edge rushers that we were talking about getting at 33. Could be a D tackle that we might have been looking at 39. Now that guy's not going to be here all because of them going to get Zach Wilson for a late round pick swap this year. Now, that opens the door for the Vikings or the Las Vegas Raiders to do magic now because they got somebody else out the way. Now you don't have to worry about them. Now, those guys go up and make that same deal that Denver would have made. That pushes another player down. Because why? They had the Raiders calling us Friday morning wanting to trade 33. You see what I'm getting at? Now, if the Raiders have no need to call us to trade 33 because Denver is out of the way, Denver's in front of them, and the Vikings are in front of them, and they make their move, guess what? Now the Raiders don't have to call us for 33. So y'all can forget about an extra pick or future pick that we might have could have got out of Las Vegas. All because Denver traded New York for Zach Wilson. Well, when I open it up, let's talk about it even more. We'll go to the next talking point. As I said, USA Today. Now, USA Today listed these schedules by the hardest schedules. Hardest to easiest. I'm going to read them down for you. Number 1, Atlanta Falcons. It said Atlanta Falcons had the hardest schedule in the NFL this year, this 2024 season. The Atlanta Falcons. Okay. Number 2, Los Angeles Chargers. Say Los Angeles Chargers got the second hardest schedule. Number 3, Chicago Bears. With our number 1 pick, Chicago Bears got the third hardest schedule in professional football. Number 4, New York Jets. Jets just released Zach Wilson. You see how I got everything dropping, coinciding? Okay? Number 5, New Orleans Saints. That's two of our division opponents have the hardest schedule in football. 2 of our division opponents now in the top 5. Number 6, Cincinnati Bengals. Number 7, the Indianapolis Colts. And time restraint, I'm not going to read why they saying or this and that until I get to us. Number 7, Indianapolis Colts. Number 8, Miami Dolphins. Number 9, Philadelphia Eagles. Number 10, yours and my Carolina Panthers. Oh my God. Now they're saying that the Carolina Panthers had the hardest schedule, difficult to schedule in professional football today. No, the easiest or less difficult. Number 10. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Let me concentrate. So they're number 10 on the list of less difficult, the easiest schedule. Easiest now, not the hardest, easiest. I'm sorry, saying it's the easiest schedule. The 10th easiest schedule. All those ones I named, Atlanta, the Bears, blah, 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 have the easiest. We have the 10th easiest. Let me make it clear. I'm sorry I said it wrong to y'all. I'm still driving and everything. Okay, now I'm gonna tell you why they're thinking that way. But I'm gonna read the analytics to y'all from the USA Today on why they're thinking that way. Okay, February 27, 24. Indianapolis, North Carolina head coach Dave Canales talks to the media at the 2024 Combine Convention Center, the media, USA Today Sports. And they say that there was 8 of our opponents that we're playing this year who didn't make it to the postseason. They didn't make it to the postseason. Right? So therefore, the strength of schedule for us, we're playing inferior or not so good teams. 8 of them. Falcons, Saints, New York Giants, the Cardinals, Bengals, Chargers. 6. And we play those 6 at home. Excuse me, it's 11. Washington, Chicago, Denver, and the Los Angeles Raiders. None of them had postseason appearances. But there's a caveat. This is what they didn't factor into the article. The way I see it. Now, Falcons have gotten better. They took an experiment on a 3rd round quarterback and it failed. We know that. They're our division opponent. The Saints, Derek Carr acclimated him, this and that. Will they be better this year? I don't know. New York Giants, their quarterback was hurt last year. They get better? I don't know. The quarterback position is so important, people. Quarterback position is so important. And I appreciate that, MDJ. Before I read you say easiest, yes. Easiest to hardest. Easiest to hardest. Yeah. Easiest to hardest. Now, Arizona Cardinals in the same boat. Their quarterback was hurt, Kyler Murray, most of the year. When he came back, he did work. Bengals. Joe Burrow got hurt. Quarterback hurt. I just named you one team who had a third round quarterback. They took a gamble on. Another team quarterback was hurt. Another team quarterback was hurt. Another team quarterback was hurt. Now you go to the Los Angeles Chargers. New coaching, just the coaching, and change of culture over there is going to win games. I don't know if the last coach, he was a defensive minded coach, if he lost the locker room, if he didn't implement an offensive plan for Justin Herbert to grow. I don't know, but I want it like some of you other guys out there. I want a Jim Harbaugh. Therefore, I believe in Jim Harbaugh. I believe Harbaugh will have us contending. I would not us have them contending. It would have had us contending. It would have had them contending. We'll have them contending better than the last coach did. So you got to look at that. So that takes care of those 5 teams that we play at home. Then we got another 4, so that's 9 teams that they were looking at saying didn't make the postseason. Washington, new coach, new quarterback, new beginning. Defense scout. This is a different team, y'all, than when this guy wrote this article or analyzed them or just by saying they didn't make it to the postseason. So that's the strength of our schedule. That's one of the reasons why, because we have a bunch of opponents who didn't make the postseason. Chicago Bears, y'all already wrote the ticket for Caleb Williams. Said he gonna be good, this and that. So already with that team getting a new quarterback, you see what they did on defense. They kept the same coaching staff to try to implement everything so this guy can hit the ground running. So that already marks that team is going to be better. You see the run they went on, but that was a different quarterback toward the end of the year, the run that they went on. But most of the same faces, and they upgraded the wide receiver position over there. So, hey, now the 2 teams that I think they was kind of spot on about because they haven't declared or where they sit at in the draft that they're going to pull a quality quarterback. That's the Raiders and the Broncos. Now, like I said earlier, the Broncos did get a quarterback in Zach Wilson. New start, new beginnings. Sean Payton, not on the hot seat. He can take his time with this guy. Boom. It's going to be a good game, y'all. That will be a good game. It's in Denver. Strength of this schedule. Go to Las Vegas. I don't know who they have. Maybe Penix, maybe Bo Nix, somebody like that. But more likely, they probably will get a quarterback. Will that put them in the postseason? Or will that allocate wins for them? I don't know. Because you really say those are second-tier quarterbacks that those guys are going to end up picking up. Because, like I said, they are picking mid part of the first round at 14, 15, like that. So, by them naming this the strength of our schedule and solely putting it on that these guys didn't make it into the postseason last year, that's kind of hard to say because the teams are going to get better this year throughout the draft and free agency. And they have. Now, my last and final point, Joe Person saying we're going to pick a future quarterback. Okay. The guys that he got, that he's hearing the buzz about, is Tennessee Joe Milton, 6'5", 235 pounds. Joe Milton. Now, Canales does like to run that ball. They say he sticks with the run. Two tight ends set, running that ball, or Joe Milton. Raw, Joe Milton. Nah, I'm going to even say Bryce could beat him out. If you see Joe Milton, that we pick him up third, fourth round, and Joe Milton is in the game, then we're off of Bryce Young. Bryce Young is hurt, but Andy will probably still be in. Y'all, this is only because Andy Dalton is not under contract after the 2024 season. So if we do pick up a quarterback, it will be because Canales wants to get somebody implemented into his system to be a backup. So if you read that article or whatever, Joe Person said that Joe Milton or Devin Lowry, 6'1", 215, is one of the guys, is two of the quarterbacks that they brought in for meetings and would like to get somewhere around 3, round 4. They like these guys. They're going to more likely spend a draft pick. And if you remember the name Devin Lowry, he was NC State's quarterback for a little while. And then he transferred to Kentucky. But I'm going to open it up. Those are the 3 subjects that I'm talking about today. What do you think about them getting a quarterback? Joe Milton, Devin Lowry. That's who they like. Third round now. That's a little high to me for basically a backup with all the needs that the Carolina Panthers have. How do you think Zach Wilson and Denver affects the draft and affects us getting a call on Friday morning? And what do you think about this USA Today having us with the easiest schedule, 10th easiest schedule in football? Just solely on, we had 9 opponents that we're going to play that didn't make the postseason. But these guys had quarterback issues, but their quarterback was hurt. Solely, quarterback was hurt, or they picking up a new quarterback in the draft this year. And I said again, because there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of those 9 quarterback either was hurt or they moved off the quarterback and they getting a new quarterback. 6 of them 9. Atlanta ended up going to free agency and getting Kirk Cousins, but they tried Desmond Ridder, 3rd round quarterback. So let's talk about it, y'all. What do y'all think? You ready to drop that link in the chat? Pull up on me. There it is. Link is in the chat. Y'all pull up on me, man. Let's talk about them 3 things. Real interesting. I thought the most interesting thing, like I said, was those teams or them saying, because I've been saying we had a killer schedule. I've been saying, man, oh, the Chargers, the Bengals, Kansas City, Eagles, already division opponents, the Bucks, the Falcons, getting better. NFC East, New York, Cowboys, Eagles, Washington. And then they came out with that saying, oh man, these guys gonna be 10th easiest schedule? NFC East is already a dogfight, man. Last year, they had two teams going. And Washington, with Ron knowing he was out of there, they were still competing because y'all was saying Sam Howell and Eric Bieniemy was pushing the team. So people looked and say, well, damn, you can build on that. Now they getting a new quarterback, number 2, in a Jaden Daniels, Drake May, possibly JJ, and you tell me they ain't gonna get better? They gave up draft picks, got rid of some money in Chase Young, Montez Sweat, and all kinds of stuff like that. Picked up some pieces in free agent. You telling me they ain't gonna get better? We got to face these people, y'all. Okay, Chicago, first draft pick, cause they got our pick. Not manu. That's a manufactured, non-manufactured first. They got our pick from the trade. They finished number 9. But you turned everything upside down when you got rid of Justin, kept the coach, new offensive coordinator. They got the guy from Seattle. We yet to see what he's gonna do with a Caleb Williams. More explosive offense, supposedly, because y'all said Caleb gonna be able to do this, gonna do that. You go get the wide receiver from the Chargers, DJ Moore. We got to face that, y'all. It's relevant to us. The date come out. I don't know when it might be. It might be a cold. I want to say it's gonna be a Thursday night game. Y'all put that on your calendar. That I said that today. That's probably gonna be a Thursday night game. You got Bryce Young, 2023 first round pick versus 2024 first round pick. That's a storyline. NFL loves a storyline, y'all. Face them, prime time, Thursday night football. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. And the storyline is going to be they got our pick. Guarantee it. All right. Denver Broncos. We face them in Mile High. Hopefully it ain't late in the year. Cold up there, Mile High. If it's a night game, woo, storyline. A lot of our young players and stuff like that. A lot of our players, you know what I'm saying? Almost like that Miami playing the Chiefs in the playoffs. Storyline. Zach Wilson. See how it coincides? Zach Wilson was one of the worst quarterbacks last year in the league. Our guy had a bad year in the league. Zach changes, gets with another coach. Our guy gets with another coach. Storyline. All right. Let's run through Chargers. New coach, a coach that we could have had. We could have had him, y'all. Storyline. Storyline. Jim Harbaugh come, turned Justin Herbert around, got Herbert throwing that thing, slinging it down the field. Now, do you really think that's an easy schedule? And I ain't named but a couple teams that could go from worst to first. Did you expect Houston to do it last year? No. You didn't see Houston doing that last year. All right. Just a quarterback change. Quarterback change, coaching change. Boom. Houston all in it. Where we at? Cardinals. That's easy. Kyler Murray was hurt most of the year. That's a different team with that dude on that field. It's a different team with Kyler Murray on the field. All right. The Bengals. Joe Burrow messes up his calf. During preseason. Y'all already know what time it is when Joe is in the game. The same fella that got sacked 10 times in a playoff game. The same fella got sacked 10 times in a playoff game. Still come back and won that joke. You can't count him out when he's in the game. You playing that type of caliber of competition of guy, of competitor. You can't count him out. Now, same thing goes for New York for Daniel Jones. Not saying Daniel Jones is at Joe Burrow level or anything like that. No, 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 no. Not saying that at all. Now, let me calm down. Not saying that at all. Where I'm at with mine is saying that Daniel Jones was not healthy. I don't even think he's still healthy right now. That's why everybody's trying to get ahead of New York, especially those guys that pick behind them, trying to get ahead of New York to look for a pick. Because they might pick a quarterback if they don't pick Malik Neighbors or somebody like that. Now, is that strength of schedule? Does that sound easy? We didn't beat them guys the last time we played them up in New York. And then we didn't look like much against them in preseason last year. Is that an easy schedule? Then we go to Kansas City with the Super Bowl champs in Germany. Overseas with the Super Bowl champs. Does that sound easy? Much improved Falcons team who's probably going to get some edge rush this year, who's going to get some pressure on the quarterback. That's all they're missing. New coach that's already committed to that. First thing he did when he came in, he said, yo, my quarterback ain't going to lead me to no Super Bowl or no postseason. We got to change this. All right. Make it happen. They going to spend $140 on a quarterback. Does that sound like they looking to go lay down for somebody? Hell no. They ain't gonna lay down for nobody, y'all. Y'all already crowned Baker. You crowned him last year. So you predicting that the Bucks will end up doing the same. That they're gonna be competing for the NFC South. They're on top of the NFC South. Boom. Then I don't know what the Saints gonna do, y'all. Straight up. Anybody ask me, I have no idea what the Saints are gonna do. No idea. Now, hold up, let me get my other screen. Get my other screen popped up. Draft night. Draft night. We have a new GM. Well, not new, he's been here for the last 2 years. But he's got to make some type of impactful move, right? I don't say he's on no hot seat or anything like that, but he's looking to make some type of impactful move. Flame, you said the Saints is getting old. Flame for Jesus said the Saints is getting old. Ha! I'm gonna tell you something, Flame for Jesus. You gotta look. Say Shy Tuttle, right? Think about it now. Let's think. Them boys got rid of their two D tackles. One went to Atlanta and one came to us, right? They went in there and got Brian Breezy from Clemson. They didn't have a whole lot of draft picks, but they made it the Sean Payton. They made Sean Payton draft pick from Denver. They got a first rounder. It was late first round. They got a first rounder for Sean Payton. Okay. Then they go pick up Breezy, and then they had another rookie, D tackle or a second year guy, or something like that, D tackle. They'll probably start building in their trenches a little bit more. And plus Cam Jordan. You know, don't get me, hey, Cam Jordan, like he said, longer than two, but Cam Jordan is still a force. Still a force. So when y'all say them guys getting old, I can't 100% say that, Flame, because they sneakily, if that's a word, they keep going in and upgrading positions, key positions. And they've been doing it effectively. Only thing they missing out now, they took a real big beating when Drew Brees left. They wasn't ready for the quarterback position to be gone like that. If they had a competent quarterback with the weapons, now they don't have Michael Thomas, Olave, Kamara, all them guys are still over there. The other wide receiver. They still are an opponent that you don't take lightly over there. Yo, Pop, what's going on?
What's good with you, go?
Man, I don't know it, bro. Have you been hearing? So what you got on the topics? Just go ahead and get on into it. What you got in the topic?
I caught it late. I had caught you at the back end when you was talking about the Saints. So I didn't get to catch the beginning of what you was saying. I know you said that the GM wants to make some big moves. Uh, I think people don't know how important this draft is, though. This is a very, very important draft. Very, very
Well, prop,
important draft.
the topic is like I said, Joe Person said he hears a buzz. He's been hearing a buzz, rumor mill coming out of the building. Joe Person is now a beat writer, prominent beat writer for the Athletic. He got people in there. He got the ears of the people. He got little spies, little birds. Like y'all know, I like to watch Game of Thrones. He got little birds that's telling him things, and they say that they're gonna pull a quarterback day three, somewhere like that, third or fourth round. So the third round pick is 65. That's all we got. Fourth round pick,
Oh yeah, yeah,
101,
yeah.
142, shit like that.
I heard about that. I heard they brought in one quarterback, I think from UCF.
No,
But
no, they
who's it?
brought in Joe Milton and Devin Lowry.
Yeah.
And you may
So
know Devin Lowry name sound familiar from NC State.
now you remember, I talked about Joe Milton way early for the football season start. He's a guy that definitely needs development, has a big arm, but he hasn't been in a prototypical NFL style offense. He's gonna need some time. And most guys with big arms, they struggle with intermediate throws, but he can make the big throws downfield. I wouldn't mind bringing him in, but he's gonna need some work. He is not the savior of the Carolina Panthers. I'm telling you that now. I don't know much about Devin Leary, um, but Canales had already said a while ago in one of his press conferences that he wanted to get a third quarterback. And the only reason why we ran the two quarterback because that's what Frank wanted. Frank liked the two quarterback. But as we seen last year was the year of the backups because a lot of quarterbacks were getting hurt, starting quarterbacks getting hurt. And Andy Dalton is serviceable, but I mean, hey, he's only here for 1 year, so I'm not surprised if they get a quarterback because he already said that's what he wants on his staff. The thing he said though, the key word he said was veteran. I said, well, what is Andy Dalton? Andy Dalton is already your veteran. You can't get nobody with more experience than that unless you're gonna go get somebody like Tannehill or something. I mean, so yeah, I'm not against it.
Well, Pop, they're only bringing them in because Andy Dalton is not under contract after 2024. Um, Joe
Right.
Milton, just like you said, he's raw. He's not. They're not bringing him in to push Bryce by no means necessary. They just bringing him in to get a year jump on being a backup in a Canales system. That way, if you do bring in a new quarterback, whatever, you know what I'm saying? You've already got backup guys acclimated to the system. These guys can't push Bryce Young. They won't push Bryce. Joe Milton won't push Bryce Young. It's not like we bringing in Joe Milton in the third or fourth round to push Bryce Young. It's not to push Bryce Young. We're not bringing in Devin Lowry to push Bryce Young. They're not gonna push. These guys are not. If you were gonna bring, if that was the case to bring in a quarterback to push Bryce Young, you'd be looking to say you'd be a threat to pick up Michael Penix or Bo Nix, somebody like that, even a Spencer Rattler. You know what I'm saying? You'll be picking up somebody of more quality that's playing more ball, that's more polished than either one of those two.
Yeah, I mean,
You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying?
You,
So
you
it's not
bring
a
you
push.
bring it up.
It's a backup to learn the system
Yeah,
at best.
if you bring in a Spencer Rattler, he's taking Bryce's job. He's taking Bryce's job. So you're right. They're not bringing
And
in a threat, but I don't
agent,
want to
no,
use no
Kamar.
early.
Well, all I know, agent Kamar is still with them. I don't even think his contract is. Yeah, he's still with New Orleans. Not unless something happen.
Yeah, I think he's still with them.
There's something. He's still with New Orleans.
And all they need is a big back, and they straight. They get a big back, and I mean, get another edge, and
Yeah,
they're fine. They don't have a whole bunch of needs like we do. But
no,
I
because
really wouldn't want to waste the
go ahead.
draft though on any of these. If he's not gonna push Bryce, I wouldn't want to go get another quarterback. That'd be my
Well,
only
no,
point.
but not for that. I don't want them that high. Like they could, I guess, just like we've done in our mock drafts, you could pick one of those guys at 142 or that 200 and something,
Yeah,
because it's gonna be
that's
a
where you get
quarterback
Milton at.
there.
Yeah, you get Milton
Yeah,
at 142.
I think that's a little too high from what Joe Person said he's hearing. That's what I started the show with. My opinion, saying it was a little too high to pick one up at 65 with all the needs that the Carolina Panthers have. Wow, that's a little too high to pick a guy up at 65 at the top of the third. Because
All
now,
right.
without us making no trades or nothing like that, moving back or anything like that, and picking up an extra third or anything like that, you have to say 65 is the top of the third, and the top of the fourth is that 101 that we got. So that's a little too high for me. So we need some other stuff, and there'll be other key guys like a tight end or a running back. Hell, for that
Yeah,
matter,
man,
at those positions.
that's too rich for my blood. I agree. I
Yeah,
don't
that's
think
too rich for my blood. Chris, what's
uh,
happening there, buddy? I see you in here. What's going on with you?
that wouldn't be a smart move at all. And it's sad to say that, you know what I'm saying, here we go. Talking about the dumb things that our organization have done in the draft. This is not one of the moves they need to make.
No,
This is not.
no, it's not at all. It's not at all. But once again, you only have Dalton after this year. And I don't know if he wants to come back. You know what I mean? I wouldn't think he wanted to come back. Um, I think do we got some other guy that was on the practice squad or something last year? I don't know. If y'all know, man, put that in the chat for me. If
Yeah,
there was a
what happened to
guy
that?
that's
What was the guy we got last year? He came in
Easton,
for
I
like
know
two plays. Eason.
Easton came in for, but I don't think he's on. I think he got picked up on waivers or something, if I'm not mistaken.
I have to
I
look
don't
that
know.
up.
I had like I said, I had to look that up as well. But it's a little like you just said, Pop, 100%. It's a little too rich for my blood. And then also, Pop, I talked about USA Today put out an article and had us number 10 easiest, Pop, easiest schedule for 2024 season. Number 10, top 10, right
You
there on the
you
bubble at number
you,
10.
you agree with that?
What do
Because
you think?
I don't agree with
No,
that.
and the only reason, like
Look how
I
many playoff teams we playing. 8.
no, see, ho, buddy, ho. Don't bite your head off. Don't bite your head off. That's the reason why they got us the easiest schedule. Because we didn't have a lot of playoff teams that we playing. We got 9 teams that didn't make the postseason. But they had quarterback issues last year. The team was ready to go. They had quarterback issues last year. See what I'm saying? You got the
I get
Falcons,
I,
quarterback issues last
I get
year. Didn't
that,
make the postseason.
but
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
this is one thing I do believe is the teams that we're facing this year that were, you know, potential to go to the playoffs right there on the cusp. Those teams, those guys have been together, except maybe not the quarterback, but those teams, their offense has been together for a while. Their defense been together for a while. They got chemistry. Unfortunately, we don't have that. We are back in another year learning a new system. Only thing that we can say that we have that's been the same is Evero and his defensive staff. We got to see if everybody who's meshing together this year. So that's why I don't agree with it being the number 10 least hardest schedule because the rest of those teams have chemistry. We don't.
But
Brand
they
new head
going off
coach.
See, with the article, what I'm trying to tell you is the article, they're going off the record from last year. Meaning, if you had, if you played 10 teams that was in the playoffs last year, they say you had a hard schedule because you played 10 teams last year that would be 32, 31, you know what I'm saying? 30, 28. So you playing the bottom tier teams in the draft, and you all know that them guys was in the playoffs, NFC, AFC champions or runner ups or whatever. Those are the caliber teams that you playing. Now we have the Falcons, the Saints, New York, Cardinals, Chargers, and the Bengals, who didn't make the playoffs last year. That's one, two, three, four, five. That's five teams that we play at home that didn't make the postseason. But the Falcons, like I said earlier, the Falcons started their year with a third round quarterback who they got rid of. They paid 140 for Kirk Cousins. So they've upgraded that position off the rip. The New York Giants, Daniel Jones was hurt most of the year. The Cardinals, same thing with Kyler Murray. Like I said, the Chargers, I don't know. Let's your boy that left there, the old coach, he lost the locker room. He had to because Justin Herbert is too good, to not be winning like that. And then Joe Burrow got hurt, and that's
Yeah,
why the Bengals got knocked.
yeah. The
So
Chargers got hit with the injury bug again last year, like they
yeah,
usually do. Joe Burrow got hurt, but even that though, I mean, like I said, it's little situations like that with some of these teams where okay, yeah, that's why they didn't make it. But if they was completely to stay healthy, those guys have been together. They got that chemistry, bro, and we don't have that here. That's why I don't think this it's an easy schedule. I don't.
nah, I don't think it's an easy schedule either. Mike, what's going on there, brother?
What's good, big dog?
I don't know it, dog. I called you the other day to see how you was doing. How you making it with that Rick?
I'm cool, man. I just got back to work, so I'm smooth.
Okay, okay, good to hear it. Good to hear it, brother. Good to hear it.
Yeah.
So,
So
Mike,
I
you been
heard what.
listening?
Yeah, I was hearing you talking about the schedule and everything, and the backup quarterback. So all right, there's some teams that I automatically know is the loss. Like I don't look at us and say there's a miracle is going to happen and we're going to beat Cincinnati. It's not going now. We're not going to beat Kansas City. I don't see us beating the Falcons. Due to the fact that I think the New Orleans Saint, how can I say this? Derek Carr normally plays better his second consistent year in the same system. As you saw towards the end of the year, he started playing better. So I don't know if we can take down the Saints. We still got to worry about Tampa. I'm not really worried about the Giants 100% because I think their heart and soul was Saquon Barkley. I don't know how they're going to replace him.
Mm. Well,
You
what?
know,
Okay, stop right there for 1 second. If they get a Malik Neighbors, do you think Daniel Jones can do work with him and them other guys that they got? Now that changes their wide receiver room right there, Mike.
it do. It's just I'm gonna be honest. I don't have any faith in Daniel Jones at all. I
Okay,
think
okay.
that he's great as mobile as he wants to be, but for his throwing the ball, I don't know. But he's never had a true number one receiver either. So I have to
There
look
you
at
go.
both sides of it.
There you go.
And of
That's
course, I don't know if Darren Waller is going to stay healthy. If Darren Waller is to stay healthy, then he's got a 1-2 punch in the backfield. Um, and of course, they got Dable as coach. So you lean towards them winning because they got Brian Dable. Washington, no. You said Chicago. Chicago is loaded offensively to a degree. They got two solid number one receivers. They don't. Um, they got Cole Kmet as tight end. Their running game is suspicious. So Caleb Williams is going to have to do his job. But I kept saying that I don't see us winning more than 2 or 3 games this year. So this is basically exactly what I've been saying this whole time. I don't see us taking off and going on a win streak. I don't see us busting anybody's ass. I just don't yet. It's way too early.
Well, and then you know what, man, I sat back one day, man, and I just looked at, and all I got, y'all, too. I just got the 24 lineup, the home and away game, and I sat there and I just looked at it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just staring at it. My mind just going, you know what I'm saying, any which way. And I say Washington, Chicago, Broncos, and Las Vegas. Right? Them
Yeah,
four jumped out to me, Mike. Them four jumped, pop, Mike and Pop. Them four right there jumped out to me. Right? They just jumped out. And I'm like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, I'm gonna tell you what. Depends on how them damn quarterbacks acclimate that they getting ready to pick up. We could get we could get them games.
that's a fact. I was thinking you were gonna go negative for a minute,
No,
but
no, no, I ain't gonna go negative. I ain't gonna go negative. I ain't gonna go
and,
negative. I ain't
and
gonna
the
go negative.
reason why I 100% agree with you because I think Evero will have a system that can beat them and make sure we stay in the game from first quarter to the end. And the main reason is you got new fresh quarterbacks coming up. These motherfuckers never played one down. We don't know what they're gonna bring to the table.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm
You
trying
know,
to tell you.
so they gotta go through their own baptism under fire. So those games, you're right. We can try to come off with 4 with those. Um,
That- Hold up, Mike. Hold up, Mike. Ken Folk,
What's
what's
up,
up with you, boy?
Kinfolk? Kinfolk, aka Chris, that's me. How's it going?
No doubt,
okay.
no doubt. I know that you. I know that's you.
Yeah, y'all doing all right?
Man, we
Yeah, we
trying to make
chilling,
it.
man.
We trying to make it. So give me something. Tell me something, Ken Folk.
I want us to get another quarterback. I don't think we should live and die with Bryce. We already seen how that turned out. I do want another quarterback, whether we call him backup or starter. We can't throw our eggs in one basket no more. We got to stop that.
Okay.
I'm gonna be
That's just how I
honest,
feel
guys.
about it.
I'm gonna be honest, and this might come off the wrong way to certain people, and I'm gonna be 100% thorough. I don't want them to draft another damn quarterback because we got way too many fucking hoes. If Bryce comes through and becomes ripped to shreds all year long, well, that's good. They
Mm-hmm.
get me in the top 5 for next year. If he comes out and he balls, well, that's good. The nigga actually got what it took for us to draft him in the first place. I don't mind living a dime by this pick right now. Because if we turn around and we draft a quarterback, especially in the third day of the draft, he probably ain't gonna be much worth much of shit. I don't give a damn if you give him a year or 2. He might not be that guy nowhere near down the road. But I know that
Mike,
there's
let me
a
tell you
tight.
something. Let me tell you something. Ken Folk, you driving a truck right now. I'm looking
Yeah,
at you. You in a truck right now. Okay. I'm waiting
yeah, yeah.
so
But I'm
that
parked though.
another.
I'm
Okay,
parked.
that's what I'm saying. I was waiting for another one of my truckers to get on, and I was gonna make this analogy so that somebody that know exactly what I'm talking about was on. Okay, Kinfolk, let me ask you a question. Why do you think that the industry went to automatic truck?
these motherfuckers can't drive. Excuse my language, but they can't drive. They can't drive them stick shifts. I'm 20 years in driving trucks. They can't drive,
There you
dude.
go. There you go.
They can't drive them stick
See,
shifts.
Mike and everybody out there, the industry went to automatic trucks from manual stick shift, 13 speeds, 10 speed, 9 speed. You see what I'm saying? When the average motherfucker got up in that truck and seen that big long ass stick, seen all them goddamn gears, he say, I can't do this shit. I can't. He got intimidated because guess what? He ain't a driver. He ain't a
Nah,
prototypical
they
driver.
ain't driving.
When you don't have a prototypical quarterback, Mike, you understand? You're not gonna win games like that. We just did the show where we show you that Merle Hodge, what he said. All that exiting out the back of the motherfucking pocket, improvising, turning your back to up the field. That shit don't work in the NFL. It don't acclimate to the NFL. Trying to that y'all call it escapability, and you think motherfucker trying to get time. The nigga running for his life. You understand what I'm saying? Cause he don't have the size, the speed, or the strength that it takes to acclimate to the NFL. Okay, so the big dude that steps up in the pocket and delivers the ball, he still got his eyes down the field, even when he takes off and runs, like a Daniel Jones or Justin Fields or something like that. Which y'all don't say they're good quarterback, but they still have their eyes down the field. And here's a learning situation. Like I always say, this is a teaching channel, learning channel. A lot of people don't know what those sticks on this with the chain and the other stick. They 3 sticks. It's the 2 that's hooked to the chain, and then there's one that they keep moving in the middle. The one that they keep moving, that's the line of scrimmage. That's the line of scrimmage marker. They mark them out with a neon vest. They mark them just like kinfolk got on that neon vest right there. They put them up, and the quarterback can see that big orange or whatever, you know what I'm saying, on that side. So he's got to be looking down the field to see where the chains are and to see where that line of scrimmage is, if I can still throw that motherfucker before I get to the line of scrimmage. You got to keep your eyes down the field. You got to see shit. Our boy can't even
Hey,
see the middle of the
can
field.
I add to that?
Yeah.
I like to add to that. See, we kind of spoiled now. Reason why I say that is because everybody used to the running quarterback. They looking.
Yeah.
That's what they look to do. Everybody done got spoiled on that. So when you get a guy that want to sit in that pocket, then you basically calling him a robot. But that's what football is. That guy in that
That's
pocket.
what you got
And
to
we
see.
got
You got to see
Cam
that.
and all them got everybody thinking. Yeah.
Now pause. Now
Get to me,
pause.
Mike. Get to me.
Now last year, go if you remember before the draft, I kept saying on the podcast that niggas is making this too complicated. I said if you look at CJ Stroud, he has the size, he has the build, he has the arm strength, and playing the next Georgia, he shows you that when the best of the best is on the field with him, he will rise up to the occasion. Niggas kept thinking, no, maybe not CJ, because they had that little bullshit about some kind of test the nigga couldn't pass to some shit that he ain't
Yeah,
gonna be
yeah,
the
yeah,
guy.
yeah.
And I kept saying, I said, you're overcomplicating. Nigga, what does your eyes see? You look at him throwing the ball during his pro day. You look at the motherfucker during his games. The motherfucker, and the reason why I say that to say this. It is absolutely pointless to draft a quarterback anywhere outside of the top first 2 rounds.
Well, hey, we don't
I
spend
agree.
too much money, man, to be throwing the season. They don't put too
I
much
mean,
money out on this team and just say, fuck
okay,
you, we're gonna wait the next year, dude.
okay, if that's the plan, if they really gonna say, hey, that's the plan, we need to get our guy this year, Bryce Young is not it, then commit to it. Fucking
Well,
commit
but
to it. I don't want to hear all
okay,
I don't
this
think they committed to him.
Charlotte. I don't want to hear
Can't
all this
can't bump
Charlotte Observer.
that money that was spent, that was spent was to 100% say if this guy is not it or not. See, you got Mike
Facts.
that's backing him. You got you that's saying, hey, that's it, I'm done. I say the same thing. I'm done. I done seen enough. But
I
you
I won't
gotta
say I'm
you gotta
done,
stick a
but we shouldn't
you
just
gotta
live
stick
and
a
die
fork
by
in
him
him.
though.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
let's
they
be
wanted to
real.
the point where you say stick a fork in this motherfucker, I'm done.
Okay, and if that's the case, see, because here's the thing. Here's the real shit. I am proud at a lot of moves they fucking made. And I bet you my fucking paycheck that if they came out and said, we're going after our quarterback, motherfuckers would be a lot more proud of the moves they made on offense.
Yeah, of
Niggas
course
would
they
be
would.
excited. They be like, hold the fuck up. We got Deontay Johnson, Alan Thielen here. We got 2 second-round picks. Well, who y'all looking at? That would be the energy in Carolina. Right now, there is absolutely, I was, before people was 50-50, I'm going to say it's about 70-30. 30% of people that watch Carolina are optimistic about next year. The other 70% of us that know football, we got our head down saying it's about to be a long season.
7 wins
Yeah.
is a failure to me. If we don't win about 7 games, it's over. It's over for Bryce. And I ain't gonna stick
Check
it
it
all
out.
on Bryce. They put a lot of money in there.
And
Well,
if y'all want to read,
let's, let's
y'all
put,
read Justin Long comment. Justin Long, you are absolutely wrong, buddy. You done heard me on here. And I'm gonna read the list again. We are number one in spending for the off season there, boss, at 355. Number two is
Yeah.
Jacksonville at 339. Number three is our Philly at 319. Number four, the Tennessee at 306. And number five is Atlanta at 244. We are number one in spending. Number one.
That's too
and,
that's too
and, and,
much money
and
to
they
throw
still,
away for next year.
and if that's the case, you had the nigga visit, or did you really evaluate Bo Nix when he came in the building?
Bo
Was
Nix
you,
is not gonna go high in the draft.
see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, when he came in the building, did you really evaluate Bo Nix? Are
They
you
probably
really
had a
thinking
conversation
about
with him for
trying to
real.
get Bo Nix? Like, if he's in the late the second round, are you going to go up 3, 4 spots to get Bo Nix? Because if that's what we talking about, I understand you trying to pick something. I understand it. But if you're not trying to get
Honestly,
somebody like Bo Nix, Michael Penix, or somebody like that,
They not. They
I,
not. They not. They not. And then hold up, Mike. I will
I
read
think that
you
well, you're wrong, Mike.
the
Hold on, I
article,
got you too.
and then this
no, no,
is
no, I'm not saying they're going to,
this is
because
how
I
it's
heard
gonna
the
work.
names you said, Go. I heard the names you
Yeah,
said, Go. I'm just
yeah,
saying, in that day three, I mean, let's think about it. We need a tight end bad as shit. And if you
yeah.
go in the first
Just a
two,
waste of
if
pick.
your first two picks is gonna be maybe center and receiver, and you got somebody like Cade Stover from Ohio State sitting there, that's
Exactly.
the one you
Exactly.
know that can probably
Got to
come
get
in
him.
and
Got to
impact
get him.
this year. A
Got to get him.
motherfucker, the names that you was talking about earlier, Go, like you said, they ain't gonna push Bryce out the way. They're not.
No. But see, only thing they gonna see what they did, Canales and Dan Morgan talking for people to say, "Oh my God, they talking about getting a quarterback. They already see they gonna get off of Bryce. They not gonna get off of Bryce. They not
No,
gonna
they
get
ain't gonna
off
get
of.
off boat.
We went and spent that 150. Yeah, we went and spent that 150 some odd million to get him protection. We could have went and got one guard. We could have got let's say we just say we went and got Robert Hunt. We could have got Robert Hunt, right? We could have did a whole lot of shit. We could have got Robert Hunt. We could have started Brady Christensen. We could have drafted a guard because that's if. we sent Brian Burns to New York. Then we got the 39. We could have took the 39 and drafted a guard. If you'd have left damn not Brady Bradley Bozeman alone because he went against Bryce. Him and Bryce had words, and now you sent Bradley Bozeman to L.A. You could have had your damn center, but now you got to get another center, or you got to start Austin Corbett with a torn ACL, MCL. You see what I'm saying? So it's all about Bryce, y'all. It's all about Bryce.
It's all
So
about
we're
it.
not getting another quarterback.
Facts.
I
And
wouldn't
that's why I
draft one.
said,
I wouldn't draft one. Tom Brady, we can say he the GOAT, whether you like it or not. He got drafted in the 7th round. Brock Purdy, where'd he get drafted? We ain't got to waste no draft picks. There's quarterbacks out here. But if Bryce ain't it, this team is ready to go. This
now
team is ready
look,
to go.
I'm an amen to that because I said, I think it was months ago, I said if old boy from Florida State is hanging around the 6th or 7th round pick, you grab him. Because the only
You
reason
talking
why
about
he failed,
what a boy name? God damn it! I want to say I keep saying Jared versus Jared. What's his name? What's his name, Mike? What a nigga
I'm
name?
trying to think of him too. Ain't his first name
Florida State.
Jordan?
Jordan Travis.
Yeah, yeah.
Jordan Travis.
Because the reason why he fell so far in the draft is because he got hurt.
Yeah, he ain't have enough tape.
You see
He
what
ain't
I'm
have enough
saying?
tape.
So
Yeah.
if he's sticking around in the late rounds and you want to say, hey, let me check this nigga out, I'm okay with that. But as every mock draft that we done did on this podcast and every mock draft that I done did personally and you done did personally, there's too much motherfucking players that can make an impact. You get your center from West Virginia. You decide whether it's Xavier Leggett, Lade McCarkey, or Keenan Coleman, or you turn around and get a Cage Stover, Braylon Allen. You get your you got the defensive back from Oregon. You got your defensive tackle from Texas. There's so many good players that might be around on day 3 that I think you'll
Hey,
shoot yourself in the foot.
Mike, you see what Flame for Jesus said? That Michael Pratt, that boy was like 77%, 74% uh this year. He played at Tulane, so they didn't play a whole lot of big time defenses and stuff like that. But the nigga was deadly accurate. You know what I'm saying? He deadly accurate.
Man, but you know what? I saw that with Zach Wilson at BYU.
Yeah, you can say that, but Zach Wilson didn't play a lot of ball that last year. That was a COVID year, bro. That was a COVID year.
Yep,
So
true.
Okay, you
a
got a
lot of them
good point.
games was made up. MDJ, what's going on there, brother?
Hey, what's up, man? Go. You already know what time I'm on, man. I need to holler at y'all. I just want to bring y'all back to earth real quick. Just real quick. Just let me get it out. You know what I'm saying? I actually agree with
Nope.
Mike. You don't just take a quarterback just to take one. But what killed me with the team is like Bryce is so frustrating and bad that y'all just reaching for anything. Like if you think about it, y'all complain that we can't develop no linebacker, no defensive end. It's people that we've taken late in drafts that we can't develop, but y'all automatically just assume that a late round quarterback gonna come in here and they actually gonna develop them. Like it's no point in wasting a pick late on a quarterback that they
I
ain't
agree.
gonna
I
fucking
agree.
develop. It's
I
no
agree.
point in like if you're gonna get a quarterback, go get a guy. Stop trying to dig in the basement thinking we finna develop some shit because it ain't gonna happen. You got Amari Barno, ain't developed. You got plenty people. We had Brandon Smith, he cut. Like these guys we take late in the draft, the shit don't work. It's not like you just go late in the draft and go get a Brock Purdy. That shit don't happen but every few fucking years. Like, let's be
Hey,
real.
bro, look, not just Brock Purdy. You look at some of the receivers that's taken in the late round. A lot of these guys just really don't even get the chance. Yeah, look, I'm not talking bad about Bryce, but they just shouldn't throw the season away on him. And no, we ain't got to draft one. We do let it be late. But if that late person make the offense go better than what Bryce doing, there's the answer. Bryce with
What
the
if
I,
I
problem.
I,
told?
Go.
What
I
if
don't
I
disagree.
told
It's just a
you?
long shot in the dark. It's such a
Hey,
shot
hold
in the dark.
MDJ. Hold MDJ. Now I'm with MDJ 100%. Now this article now MDJ said Scott Person said that he wrote it for shock value. He said that they was going to get a quarterback. But then if you read all the article, he said the reason why was that Andy Dalton is not under contract after 2024. And like I was telling Pop before he got off, the only reason they would go out there and get that quarterback is just to acclimate him for a backup to Canales' system. He'll just be in Canales' system a year before, you know what I'm saying, Andy leaves to be the backup. It's not to push Bryce. It's not to push Bryce
That's
at
right.
all.
And with that in mind, and if that's the case, there is absolutely not no reason to get this nigga on the third day of the draft.
No. You're right, Mike. And you're
No,
right. I agree with you on
I
that,
agree with
Mike.
you on
I
that.
agree with you.
I agree with you. Yep.
Because because like imagine your face if you looked at the draft board and you saw players like Sweat, Stover, Braylon Allen, just to name a few, and all of a
Spencer.
sudden they pick one of these goddamn quarterbacks, and then fourth
The-
round came and all three was gone. Will you be mad as a motherfucker?
I know I would.
I would be mad because those players you name, I feel like Mike can actually push the guys that we got and win a starting job. I don't think they would get a fair shake coming in as a fifth round quarterback versus a first round quarterback here. They wouldn't get a fair chance to, even if they were to beat the boy out. I still don't think they would go with him. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's a waste at this point. It's a waste. They
And,
can
What,
give
what
it to
if Michael
Bryce. He gonna
Penix
be out
drop?
there.
What if he dropped to us? Michael Penix.
Now Michael
If he
Penix
dropped
is
to
different
33,
because
you thought if
he's
he dropped to
something
33?
he's different now. That's different. Michael Penix, any of them first, late, early second quarterbacks, yeah. But going late in the draft to get some of them guys, man, it's not worth it. It just ain't worth.
No.
You get more value getting something else.
Hey,
okay,
check
all
this
right,
out,
let's
Ken
play
Folk.
devil's
Check this
advocate.
out. Hold, Mike. One thing, and all y'all getting ready to answer this question. But I'm gonna ask Ken Folk first. I'm gonna ask Ken
Go ahead.
Folk first. Let's just
Go
say
ahead.
we got Bryce Young, but let's say we didn't
Yeah.
have to train this year's first. Let's say we still had this year first. We still finished 2 and 15, just like we did. Now the Carolina Panthers got their own #1 pick this year. This year, is you picking a quarterback?
This year, as do we
This
still got
year,
Bryce
if
though?
you was picking #1, is you picking a quarterback?
Yeah, but it wouldn't have been Caleb though, dude. That's me though. That's just me. Honestly,
Okay,
the quarterback we should have got was last year. And yeah, just like Michael Penix, you're gambling on him being hurt and stuff. My boy is up there in Detroit on the bench, and I know his family.
oh Henry Hooker, you talking about Henry Hooker?
That's right. I'm gonna live by and die by Hendon. But that's just me. But if I had this year, you're gambling again, man. Yeah, Michael Penix is banged up. That's why I would say if he was there at 33, grab him. Yeah, he ain't got to start right away. But that lets you know that if a person like that, yeah, it'll be pressure on Bryce Young ass. Because he ain't got no choice but to look over his shoulder.
Yeah.
That's just
Okay,
me.
Okay,
MDJ, what you doing?
Hey, look, man. As much as I'm on record of saying how much I love Caleb Williams, I think he is going to be an awesome quarterback. I'm going to trade back with #2 with Washington. I'm going to take Drake May, and I'm going to get a haul for that #1 pick. So I would take Drake May at 2. Even though I think Caleb Williams is going to be like that, I'm going to take the haul, help my whole team out, and then I'm going to take Drake May and go ahead and rock with it. So I'm definitely taking a quarterback at 1 or
Watch out.
2.
I know you're gonna be long, Mike. Go ahead, Mike. What you gonna do?
oh no, I'm gonna be very short, and y'all gonna think I'm crazy for saying this. I'm not taking a quarterback.
Man, shit.
You got to have somebody throwing the ball, dude.
Out of the people that's in this
He going
draft, I don't
to
know, Mike. I
down
want to
right.
hear your explanation, but
Not for the not the first pick because I'm gonna be real with you 100%. I really feel that a lot of I think some of the best quarterbacks in this draft is not going to be the first or the second quarterback off the board. I think J.J. McCarthy might outplay the top two quarterbacks that's in the draft. That's my opinion, but I'm not picking him at number one. So I'm getting Marvin Harrison Jr. because I know he's probably the best
I
player
agree with you.
in
I
the
agree
whole
with you there.
draft.
Mike, what the hell is
Yeah,
you
I agree
doing
with you
with a
there.
receiver?
I agree with you there.
If the
Hey,
quarterback,
I
if
would
you
get him
got
too.
right, come on, man, come on,
You know
Mike.
why? Let me tell you why, GOAT. Let me tell you why, GOAT. Because I got a number 33 pick. And I got a number 39th pick. If I want to get a quarterback,
Chicago
I
don't
can
fuck
get him
up.
later in the draft. I can get him later in the draft. There's a whole bunch of quarterbacks in this draft, but there's only one Marvin Harrison. Let me
Only
say
one.
that one more time.
I agree with you
There's
there.
only one. There's only one Marvin Harrison in this draft, and if we have to put it on tape, Marvin Harrison is probably the best receiver out of the last 3 years on the draft.
Mike, they saying Mike, that's up, Mike. They saying some people it's only who you ask though. Some people say Malik Neighbors, and I'm with them. Some people Malik
Okay,
different.
Nah,
now go.
I'm
I'm
Ohio
here to
State
tell
fan
you.
and
Now, me
ACC.
too. I'm an Ohio State fan. I watched C.J. Stroud and I said he was going to be the best. I watched
Yeah.
Marvin Harrison. I'm telling you, there's not a receiver in this draft class or last year's draft
If
class that can tie that nigga's cleats. There is not one.
if
I
he
don't give
hadn't
a
got hurt in
damn.
that Georgia game, it'd been a different story.
Matter of fact, absolutely. Marvin Harrison was
Yeah.
killing Georgia. They had nothing for
He was
him.
killing Georgia.
Absolutely nothing. And that was the best defense by far that the college football has seen in years. And he was killing them single handedly. I know what everybody's going to say. Mike, you got to get a quarterback with the first pick. But if I'm sitting back and if I'm going to build this team right and it's going to win for years, I'm going to go get Marvin Harrison because in my head, I know Patrick Mahomes got to a Super Bowl a lot easier when he had Tyreek Hill. Joe Burrow went to the Super Bowl a lot easier when he got Jamar Chase. Uh,
You
the
talking about
Rams,
two motherfuckers
They
that's
still Patrick
all
and Joe
stars.
though, bro.
You
uh,
talking about Patrick and Joe
Still
though?
Patrick and Joe, bro.
Come on, Mike.
I feel you.
okay,
You
Hey,
okay.
got
look
the
Now
here,
listen,
they
quarterback
still
touching the
Patrick and
I
ball
hear
Joe.
every
everything you
snap.
saying. I hear everything you saying, but let me put it in black and white. Patrick Mahomes did win the Super Bowl this year. But if that defense was not at the top where it was, that was not going to happen. Most importantly, the only nigga that could really whoop that
Yeah,
nigga was hurt. His name is Joe Burrow. So what I'm saying
right.
is, if I'm gonna build a team right, because, okay, let's take them out the rap. I saw Jalen Hurts get A.J. Brown and he went to a Super Bowl. I saw Josh Allen get
He had a
Stephon Diggs and
defense.
went toe to toe. But do you hear what I'm saying? You still need that player. I'm not saying you don't need all the other elements. I'm not saying you don't need all the other elements. I'm
Well,
just saying if I
tell me, okay,
Those are good teams,
tell
bro.
me. We'll see this year right here, and this is a possibility. We'll see Malik Neighbors, who y'all okay? If you're not saying he's one, is he definitely number two?
yeah,
He's so you saying he's definitely number two. So
yeah,
Malik Neighbors has a strong chance of going to New York. Now
yeah.
nobody don't respect Daniel Jones, correct?
Nobody.
So you
Nobody.
telling me that the number two weapon, the number two wide receiver, you see what I'm saying? Get ready to go to
Mhm.
a jacked up ass quarterback and gonna make
Fact.
a difference. Hell,
Go, you
you
Yes,
done
he
just
seen it
is.
I
over
think
there in
you just
Atlanta.
got him with
You
that. Go, you got a
you
point
see
with that because
I know
if
I
Bryce
did.
could
I
do it,
know I
he
did.
must believe that the Giants can do the same thing. I feel you on that.
Oh, oh,
You know what
I
I'm
okay,
feel
saying?
now
you on
You
listen.
that.
got
Now
I
listen.
like that.
Now listen. Now hear me out. Hear me out. Because what I'm saying is, I never said I was going to believe in Bryce. I said I got two more picks. I can go up and get a quarterback if I need it. I never said that I was going to align Bryce Young with Marvin Harrison. I said right after me getting Marvin Harrison, I can trade up and get the quarterback, one of the other quarterbacks that I feel that would complement Marvin Harrison. I'm not saying I'm about to live and die by Bryce Young, but I'm here to tell you, most likely, your man that you just mentioned is going to the Giants. Marvin Harrison, most likely, is going to Kyler Murray. Who you think gonna have the better year?
But if you don't got them
I
quarterback, if
don't
you
know
ain't got
about
them
Kyler
quarterback
Murray, man.
position,
I
you ain't
You
got
like
them
Big
actually
quarterback
wait,
J.
wait,
Big
position,
wait,
J
wait,
Mike.
supposed to
wait,
play in the
wait,
draft.
wait.
You done
You
seen it in
think
Atlanta.
Daniel
You seen it in
Jones?
Atlanta.
You think Daniel Jones and Daniel Jones and Kyler Murray is on the same level?
I'm not a Kyler fan. I don't see much in him.
Mike, you just seen it in
I'm just
Atlanta,
gonna let it go.
Mike.
Say
You
what?
just seen it in Atlanta this year, Mike. Drake and Kyle was not even a factor with Desmond Ritter. They weren't even a factor. You just seen it.
And if
It
Atlanta
didn't matter.
get Marvin
Yeah.
Harrison and Kirk Cousins, we got a problem for real.
Whoa,
Just think about
whoa.
that. Kirk Cousins and Marvin Harrison Jr. God almighty. We got problems, dude. That's
Yeah,
another
bro.
It
hood.
ain't gonna happen because
Hey,
Atlanta
now,
ain't gonna have no draft pick. Hopefully they snatch their shit.
And if they
Hopefully
nah,
don't,
they,
they'll snatch it.
and if they don't, y'all gonna be praying that Arizona draft Marvin Harrison.
yeah. Well, they ain't gonna get no. He ain't gonna make it down that far. They pick it like 8. They ain't gonna make it that
Yeah,
far. They gonna go get a
Marvin Harrison
defensive
first
player
play off the
anyway.
board other than a quarterback.
Yeah, the
Wherever
first
that's
out of
what
quarterback
I'm
stop
saying.
MHJ going.
So
Yeah.
I don't see what the big debate is because, like I said, the first thing I said was I don't think the top two quarterbacks technically is going to be the best quarterbacks in this draft, and I stand by that. I think Drake
I don't
May is
think
going to be
Williams
better than.
fit. I think
I think
Chicago
Drake
fucked up.
May. I think Drake May is going to be better than Caleb Williams. I feel that
I
100%.
think
But
I'm with you. I'm going with Drake and JJ. Going to be the
see what I
better
said,
two quarterbacks.
and I feel if I get Marvin Harrison, I got 2 second round picks. I'm pretty sure I can find my way to maneuver up to go get either JJ or I'll sit my ass because I've said this before and everybody think I'm crazy when I say this. I'm okay with Bo Nix in the second round.
JJ going to New England probably.
At what pick?
I think so. I think so too.
I think
If
JJ
they
going to
do,
New England.
if they
They
do, they
like
fucking up.
that type quarterback. They like that pretty boy.
If they
Yeah,
do, then the
I
Vikings
agree
is
with
moving up. Watch the Vikings move up. See, and the
Oh yeah,
Vikings
the
move
Vikings. I
up,
forgot about the
then
Vikings.
that's gonna push that board down, y'all. That affects us. Then we getting a call. I guarantee you, if that happens and the Vikings move up, we getting a call Friday morning for that
We
33.
we are. I'm
we
a
getting a
hundred
call
percent
anyway for
feel.
that anyway.
I,
We
I,
gonna get a
I
call.
almost
They just know they
now
take it.
people were saying that we might not get a call. I don't. I think no matter what, one of them quarterbacks, either Michael or Bonus, is going to be sitting at 33. Now, with Michael sitting at 33, I see a very uncomfortable phone call coming, and I see a very uncomfortable decision that's going to have to be made. Are we rolling with this nigga Bryce Young? Michael Penix is right there. That's my question for you guys. At
Somebody
33,
told Tampa
Michael
to
Penix.
pick Price, man. I think Nick Saban told Tampa to pick Price. That somebody made him told him to do that shit. That's
I'm
crazy.
just saying though, if you're the GM and it's Friday morning, you got the 33rd pick, and Michael Penix is on the board, what are you doing?
Lord
Oh,
have mercy.
Dave Tampa gonna
I'm telling
veto that.
y'all.
What you
Tampa
gonna do,
got
Mike?
veto power.
What you gonna do, Mike? You
No,
rocking with
no,
Bryce or
I'm asking. Cause I'm just curious. What are you gonna do? I know what I would do, but I want to hear it from y'all standpoint. What you gonna do if Michael Penix is there
Y'all,
at
we could.
33?
I'm gonna tell you. We just did the draft. If you go back to the Sunday draft, what did I do, MDJ? I picked Michael Penix.
oh yeah, he took him.
I got a receiver. I'm in a center, and then I got a receiver.
I'm
You
a
could do
Oh,
that right now, and we could. Oh my God, you understand what I'm saying?
hey y'all,
So
I,
if
I
Michael
gotta go,
Penix,
I'm
fellas.
gonna keep Bryce. I'm gonna keep Bryce. I'm
All
gonna
right,
keep
big
Bryce
all
as
dog.
right
a
then, folks.
QB next year, bro.
Yeah, hey, my
I just
load
need.
ready. I gotta go to Missouri. I'll catch up with y'all.
All
All
right,
right,
big
All
Kenny,
right,
dog.
bro.
be
Take it
safe out
easy.
there
Take it
now.
easy, bro.
Yeah,
But but you understand what I'm saying? I'm upset. Y'all know I'm upset off the rip. If Michael Penix is sitting there Friday morning and we trade that pick away,
Hey,
No
go.
matter what you can get for it, though. No
That's
matter
what
what you can get
I'm
for it,
actually
go.
gonna trade that. I'm gonna trade it. I'm gonna trade it and just get a quarterback next year.
No,
Just cause
no
they
matter
gonna
what you
that's
can
just
get
me.
for it, go. Is there a load that you can get for it for you to say, nah, I'm not taking Michael Penix Jr. And if
no,
there
no, they
is,
don't got one.
what?
They ain't got one. They ain't
So you
got one.
mean to tell?
Nah,
I'm just all right, all right. So if a motherfucker offer you a second round pick this year, a third round pick this year, and a second round pick next year, you still taking Michael Penix?
okay, the gamble is like this right here, though, Mike. Okay, let's just lay all the cards out on the table right now. Okay, let's lay the cards out on the table. They got it. What's the old saying? If I'm saying it right, the bird in the hand better than the two in the bush.
That's
Am
the
I saying it
saying.
right?
That's the
Am
saying.
I saying it right?
You
Okay,
did.
you looking at yeah you hollering about the two in the bush is what you just told me. You just gave me the two in the bush. I don't know what the fuck them two in the bush is. I got this motherfucker in my hand. You understand what I'm saying? I know right now that the only thing about this boy here is he had the medal. That's what everybody's worrying about. That's the reason why he's sitting there at 33. The knee surgery and the damn shoulder. Don't act like we ain't never got no picked nobody up that had an injury or had injuries before or had some kind of medical history or whatever. I don't even want to hear that shit. But if you sitting here and you saying this guy is the best pure pocket thrower of the football in this draft, if he'd have won that national championship, it'd have been a different story right now. You wouldn't even be talking about this. Straight up. I'm picking up Penix.
No, I totally respect that shit, go. But I know from your viewpoint, it don't matter who was sitting there at 30. It don't matter what one of them five quarterbacks was there. You would take the quarterback.
Okay.
But me, I would take I would take the picks and just draft me a quarterback in the first round next year. That's what I would do because I think Michael Penix is probably better than Bryce Young. Matter of fact, he is. But but you still gonna be in a losing situation early on. So I would just roll with Bryce. That's me though. That's me. And like I said, if Bryce sucks this year, you still get the draft. You get your natural pick next year. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, you
I
get
would
yeah,
just
yeah.
I would look at Quinn Ewers, Shador, and I'm pretty sure some quarterback they're gonna pull a quarterback out their ass like they always seem to do, and that's an opportunity too. So
Because, well, we were looking at the schedule though, MDJ. And like I said, them four
Then hold
games,
on, before you say anything, go. It just came to my head when he said that shit. Because I get exactly what you're saying. The thing is, if you was to get Michael Penix, he falls to 33. He's sitting right there. You get Michael Penix. Next year, when you early in the first round, you can look for your defensive end.
there you go. Because you're going to have to get one. You're going to have to get one. And those are two premium positions. Those are the two premium positions right there. See, we're going to be in a sling. We're gonna have our ass wrapped up in a sling come next year. Because if you sitting there, if you need a quarterback next year and you need an edge rusher next year, and you have one motherfucking damn pick, what you gonna do?
And you don't have a second round pick.
I'm gonna always take a quarterback over edge rush next year.
Absolutely.
Next year,
Absolutely. But this is a rare situation where a first round quality quarterback falls in your lap in the second round. It's very hard to pass that up.
Yeah, this draft sitting here, cause this draft is right here, and these guys, man, all these different positions, cause of COVID, cause people had the red shirts and all kinds of shit like that, where they didn't let no fans in the games. We never seen this, unprecedented. People stayed. The NIL come in, and these guys got to grab some more money before they went. It was a lot of circumstances to lead up to a draft like this that's very talented. So you haven't seen it. You're gonna have a run on tackles. You're gonna have a little run. You're gonna have a run on quarterbacks. You're gonna have a run on cornerbacks. You're gonna have a
Run on
run on edge
receiver.
receivers, jam packed with receivers. You got a wide receiver running a 4-2, and then you down to maybe 10 or 11 before you get down to a guy that runs a 4-4. These
Nah,
motherfuckers fast.
go. Don't you lose your goddamn mind if we don't get Michael Penix at number 33 if he falls.
Well, I'm just saying, Mike. On that, I'm gonna be kind of upset if they say, because some organizations say this right here, and this ain't me. This is some pro organization. Some pro organizations pick a quarterback every year. Whether they pick
That's
him
fact.
as the Mr. Irrelevant, or they pick him in the third round, fourth round, second round, or whatever, they pick a quarterback prospect
Every
every
year.
year. That's how important the position is. They might hit that diamond in the rough that everybody was talking about. They might hit that Russell Wilson. They might hit that the boy in San Francisco. They might hit Brock. I mean Brock. Damn, I'm about to call him
Purdy.
Brock Lesnar. Brock Purdy. They might hit Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? You don't know, but that's why they do it. But we can't
God
sit around
damn.
here, man, and act like we don't need to upgrade that position. The reason why we spent $355 million this year. Y'all don't act like, oh, this and that. The reason we spent $355 million, 155 of it was on the offensive side of the ball. Don't play games now,
Now go.
because
I'm gonna give you.
we still
Let me give you this right here.
go
Go.
ahead, go ahead.
Let's be real though. Let's be honest. Let's be honest with ourselves, right? When Canale is interviewing, I'm pretty sure they asked him, "What do you think about Bryce Young? Can you fix him?"
He ain't gonna
And I'm
say
pretty.
he ain't gonna tell you.
He ain't gonna
He ain't
say
gonna tell you
no.
straight
So
up
I'm
though.
pretty sure he said yes. So I think that
Okay,
alone eliminates getting somebody that can actually push and beat the boy out. You know what I'm saying? Like
okay. Let me
I'm
let
not
me let me
saying
let
they
me.
won't
Okay,
draft a
let me
quarterback, and
let
I'm not
let
saying
me
they
let me
won't beat him out.
hey,
But
MDJ. Now you know I own a time machine around here, right? You done see me jump in the DeLorean before,
oh, for
right?
sure,
You
for
know
sure. I'm
we
gonna ride
you
with you
know we
one
got
day.
time
I
machine, right?
got to see
You
how
know,
you be coming up with it. I
okay.
got to ride with you one
You
day
know
now.
you
Okay.
know we got a goddamn time machine around this motherfucker. So let's
Yeah,
jump in
yeah,
the motherfucker, right? Who else told
yeah.
us some shit? Was his name Matt Rule? How about let's go back to that other nigga getting the job, and what did he tell us about our quarterback that we had in the building? He want to coach him. He loved to, right? What happened a couple
Mm-hmm.
days later? So I don't believe that no more than a man in the damn moon.
And
I don't believe
okay,
it.
see, the reason why
That's
I
just
said
talk.
what I said is because I don't think for the masses anybody is actually playing for Michael Penix to actually fall. Like if it wasn't for the fact he had to do the surgery and shit right after the
Let me tell
fucking year and shit like that. Like, let's be real, if he was healthy, he wouldn't make it out the top 20.
you, wouldn't. No. Hell no.
It'd be no way he'll make it at the top 20. Matter of fact, he would push a couple quarterbacks back and he would get picked first. I'm not saying first overall in the draft, but the boy got an arm that is fucking amazing.
Yeah, nobody can question his arm talent.
Like,
Yeah.
like if we compare the arm talent that's in the draft, I can't really tell you that anybody's got a better arm than him, to be honest. Let's dissect this quarterback. If we're gonna dissect them, let's dissect them. Like, who in the draft has a better arm than him?
They already done said it. They ain't no better thrower of the football, especially deep accuracy. None of them. None of them.
So with that in mind, it'll be. I'm not saying for sure I would take the nigga. Matter of fact, let me stop lying. If Michael Penix is one of the only players that will fuck up my whole draft strategy. He'd be the only one that would knock me completely off of my draft strategy. My draft strategy would go in there, bitch, and it'd be, I need to grab a center. Let me get a motherfucking receiver for that motherfucking quarterback I got. Let me turn around and look for a tight end later, and make sure I get a defensive back. I'm not gonna get a quality pass rusher, so let me attack every other position that I can to have a solid football team, and try to get a power running back. So hopefully I could start up a good running the ball scheme, and control the clock, and try to keep the ball out of Bryce's hands as much as possible. But at least he's got the weapons he needs to succeed if he does have to start throwing that bitch. Still, it's Michael Penix. If there's a way I can get Michael Penix in that center for West Virginia, I'm almost like I'm almost good with this offense as is. That's how
So
good he is.
so go. You remember the other day I was saying how these teams do when they draft a quarterback? It's crazy. Like Washington, right? They're gonna get Daniels or Drake May, whoever they get, right? Why do they
Mm-hmm.
always have to get rid of the guy that's there? Like, if you're gonna draft a quarterback, just draft a fucking quarterback. But they always get rid, like Sam Howell, they traded him. No real reason. They just said we finna get another quarterback, and we don't want that in the locker room. So if we
Okay,
do
pause.
draft a Michael Penix, what the hell you gonna do with Bryce? You just gonna trade him away? Just give up on him? You know what I'm
Yeah, yeah,
saying?
yeah.
It's
Well, well,
crazy how
well.
like why the Bears can't just draft Caleb Williams and keep Justin Fields? Why you got to get rid of the motherfucker? So no matter what, we keep saying Bryce needs somebody to push him. That's not the real NFL. Teams don't really do that no more. It's crazy, but you know, teams don't
I
really
mean,
do that no more.
now one, what I got two questions. One, what did Washington get for Sam Howell?
A fourth one? I think it was a fourth. I'm not sure. I think it was a fourth round pick though. I think fourth,
Okay,
Or did
fifth,
that's
they
no,
just
something like that.
or did they end up letting him walk? Did they just
No,
release him?
they
no.
traded him.
They
They
got something.
traded him.
They traded it. Okay, okay, but okay. Here's my take on it. And I'm not saying 100%. This is what it is, but this is why. This is why. And if y'all remember, I said it last year, and people tried. Boy, they dug into my ass. You know what I'm saying? When you remember when I was making the point, MDJ and Mike, both of y'all was around then. When I said you got to get Matt Corral out the building. Y'all remember that shit? When I told him that last year. When you
Yeah,
drafted Bryce Young, I told you you had to get Matt Corral out the building. Because Matt Corral was in there competing for the starting job.
Oh yeah,
He
he
done
definitely
played
was.
against this boy in the SEC, and he was competing for that starting job. He was legitimate competition at that time, or at least he thought he was. You cannot have two prides in the same line pit or whatever, in the same desert, wherever the Perry, where the lines be at. Them two big motherfuckers with the manes and shit. You can't
yeah.
have the motherfuckers in the same motherfucking territory. It don't happen. You don't have. You don't do that. You may have your old quarterback like they had Aaron Rodgers and they had Jordan Love. But you knew Jordan Love was the future. You slide Aaron Rodgers on that ride out to the sunset. Same thing they gonna do with over there in Pittsburgh. Russell gonna start. They gonna acclimate Justin. Russell gonna ride on out to the sunset. The hell they ain't paying him but $1 million this year. You see what I'm saying? It's a wrap.
Uh,
If you
see,
bring Michael Penix in, Bryce fucked the first fuck up. The first fuck up, not the second, not the third. The first fuck up, he gone. It's Mike time. And then you don't never look back and you make the decision. When you make the decision to pull him for Mike, you got to get rid of Bryce
Now,
because he don't come back.
now go. I hate to be the motherfucker to say that I was fucking right on several things. That's a lie. I like saying the shit. Whether or not the one that said months ago that Sam Howell will be traded for a fourth or fifth round pick, I even
Yeah.
mentioned something about maybe we should look into the nigga and we can get him for a fifth round pick. I swear to God, I said that. Then, then
I actually remember that. You did. You did.
I also said, you know what? If I was Carolina, I would look at Russell Wilson coming in the building because he's gonna be cheap as shit. Because he's already getting so much money from Denver, he ain't gonna cost a damn thing. And all of a sudden, he gets signed in Pittsburgh for $1 million. I mean, I don't understand some of the things that I say, and I get pushed back, and people don't understand. Like, cause let's be real.
Hold on,
Let's
Mike.
be
You
100.
said we were gonna do that. So you right in what happened, which is easy to say, but you saying we should do that is something totally different.
Yeah, I said we
But carry
should.
them.
I
Yeah,
said
I
we
got
should
you.
have
I
got
got you.
Sam Howell. And if we didn't get Sam Howell, we should get Russell Wilson because the niggas gonna be cheap as fuck. And niggas kept saying, I don't want no fucking Russell Wilson. Da, 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 da. I tell you one fucking thing, he'd have been an upgrade from Bryce Young. It'd have almost been poetic. Russell
But
Wilson
Mike,
Jones, huh?
now you sit here and you said that Russell would be an upgrade, and you take Russell, but you wouldn't get one of the young boys if we had the first pick.
Now listen, I also said I would be able to trade up or get like we just said, Michael Penix might be there in the second round. If I can get Marvin Harrison Jr. and still get Michael Penix in the same damn draft, I think that's better than getting just Caleb Williams and another
Well, listen,
receiver in the second round. Because I'm
I
looking,
see the logic on that. I see the logic on that. I see the
you see
logic
what,
on that.
you know what I
But
mean? Because
you also passing on Jalen and Drake though too though. You know what I'm saying?
you, you're right. I am. But the thing is, I get to get Michael Penix. And it's the combination. It's a combination of Marvin Harrison being able to do everything he do and knowing that Michael Penix is in the back shooting the ball at him. I'm getting the best arm in the draft and the absolute best hands in the draft. I think I won this one, go.
If I could chime in real quick, two things I wanted to say. I want to go back to what Joe Person go his assessment of how they said the schedule is easier. You know what? You know what that's telling me? They coming up with already a way to say, hey, Bryce, how you gonna feel when you got the 10th least hardest schedule?
Dang. What?
Just saying. Just saying.
I
He
mean,
had the
I just
easiest. He had the easiest one last year. He didn't win but two
right,
games. We
but
know
that's
that.
what I'm saying. I'm what I'm saying. But look how they already started now. They see last year they didn't say we had an easy schedule. And Joe Person right there. Look how he coming at it this year. You got the 10th least hardest schedule. These guys ain't make it. Yada yada yada. You should be able to beat them. It's his second year. Oh hell, they ready to drop his ass off already.
in facts. And the
I'm just
crazy thing is,
I'm just saying.
as Go
Yeah,
said
they lining
earlier,
it up for sure.
they are not taking account of these teams getting better. These
Right.
are not this is not the same Falcons that we played last year.
No, hell
They
no.
Show
they
ain't.
looking at the Bengals as a non-playoff team when we know if Joe Burrow there, they fucking Super Bowl contenders. So
That's why
Fact.
I was telling.
that's
That's what I was
bullshit
telling
alone.
Goat. I was
That's
saying, hey, the
bullshit
chemistry
alone.
they got has been there. And
Like
this is my
But
second thing.
it ain't about the chemistry though. Joe Burrow was hurt. That's all it's about. Joe Burrow was fucking hurt last year. Just
but
like MDJ said, that's a different animal of a team. Regard with that nigga behind
he is
center,
he's
that's just it, dog.
When
Like
your
yeah,
quarterback is hurt like a Joe Burrow, your chemistry is off.
facts. And let's be
I
real.
That's why
mean,
chemistry does matter, Goat. That's why I said they already have chemistry. So we just gotta wait for him to come back. They just have to wait for him to come back, and they right back on. Choo choo.
yeah, what you're
And
saying
look,
is
I'm gonna be
right, Pop,
real with you.
but Joe Burrow is like I said, that's a game changer that they getting back.
game
Exactly.
changer.
And they adding him for
No,
nothing.
no, no,
It's not like they
no,
doing
And
see,
that
something to get
see,
him.
Yeah,
see,
and that's
I
what I'm
don't
saying. They're
even
not
think
taking that into accountability. The people that were hurt, or the players that were hurt
facts.
on these teams that should have been in the playoff but didn't make it because their biggest pieces were. I mean, what's his name had a broken rib, two broken fingers, and he was still playing. Herbert, but the rest of this team was hurt. They first round pick last year as a wide receiver. He didn't do shit last year. He was actually their fourth stringer.
And then they take it to a whole nother level. I think calling Joe Burrow a game changer is almost disrespectful.
It
Wow.
ain't disrespectful at all.
No, 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 no,
That's what he
no.
is.
I'm saying he's another level. That's him. Like,
Yeah, he is
like,
the game.
like
Like
that's
Hunter Hurt,
him.
he is the game.
like
In
if you had to build a team and you get to choose your quarterback, you flipping a coin with him and Patrick Mahomes.
him and
Yeah,
Mahomes.
all
Yeah.
day,
Like
all
you
day.
like
I
heads
ain't
and
flipping
tails.
shit,
No,
but I feel what you're saying.
you know what
I
I
I
mean?
feel
feel
what you're
Like
saying.
this nigga, that nigga's a different kind of monster. That's the nigga you don't invite to the fucking barbecue. Cause you know he is who he is. He's just he's another thing is Justin Herbert was hurt as a motherfucker last year. That
hmm
fucking coach was never good as an NFL coach.
at
You know what
all.
I mean? Anytime you got Justin Herbert, Austin Eckler, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Gerald Everett, and then on the defense you got Joey Bosa, you got
Who was hurt?
Khalil Mack, you got yeah, Joey Bosa was hurt last year,
Yeah,
but
that
that didn't
team
stop
like that
Khalil
too.
Mack.
They got hit with the injury. Mike Williams was hurt last year too. So
Facts. So
let me
go
jump on
ahead, dog.
this other discussion because we brought this up one time before. But if the chances that Michael Penix is there at 33, they need to run up to that board. Run. I mean, jet
He
speed,
said, "Don't
God
walk,
speed.
run."
I
Now
don't
hold on,
care.
hold on, hold on, hold on,
Listen,
hold on, hold on.
hold on.
Yeah, go ahead. My bad. Go ahead. Go ahead. You got it. You got it.
I know that the medicals have been, he's had two torn ACLs and this, that, and other. And I know he has not thrown that one football in the NFL. But I promise you this dude's going to be nasty in the NFL. Because one thing I'm not really worried about too much, and a lot of, like, for instance, I'm gonna take this chapter out of your boy's book. I don't want an athletic quarterback running back there jigging. Y'all know who I'm talking about, right? Well, then if you get a Michael Penix who can throw every type of ball on the yard in the discussion, because if we went out there and spent this $150-something million, a quarterback who's 6'2", 221 pounds, who could deliver the ball everywhere you at that you need, what he running for? You already got a fort and built in front of them. If these guys came here to do their job, you already got it. You go get him, your center, bam. What else we need?
Nigga, you
Now
can
what
draft.
I was gonna
You
say
can
was this
still
though,
get
Pop.
a receiver in the third round. You can get
Right.
Cade Cobra in the fourth round. This nigga will
I'm
have multiple weapons. The nigga will have a fucking line in front of him. That's Nick. Keep talking. You pops. You goddamn convincing me.
I'm just asking. Did Kirk Cousins just have an ACL tear?
See,
No,
Oh,
he had a ruptured
just say,
Achilles.
does Kirk Cousins run? Now I bet you won't pull up Kirk Cousins pro day and see him run a 4.4 because that's what Michael Penix did.
hmm
That's with two ACLs torn and surgery. And
Look,
he's
man.
cleared. All his medicals have been cleared, guys. You can look it up. All his medicals are cleared. Just saying. Just
Now that
saying.
schedules now y'all do know y'all get MPJ, which is cool. That schedule's still that schedule though. You still gonna
It
lose same amount of
Oh,
games you're gonna lose. I'm just
listen,
throwing it
listen.
out there.
But I ain't gotta start him though.
But you would rather take Michael Penix over getting a
You,
quarterback in the
you're
first
you're
round next
you're
year?
you're. Listen, what you just said. Y'all just had this discussion. If I go get Michael Penix this year, and 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 Baby Bryce don't do shit, cool. I'm back in the first round to go get my edge rusher for next year. Top edge rusher pick. You only got Clowney here for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
I understand it. I just think them guys are a little bit better than y'all. Shador, Ewers, them guys are a little better than what y'all saying. But I understand. They're younger too, but I understand. I understand.
So you telling me 4,900 yards, what you seen for Michael Penix going all the way to the championship, what he displayed, Shador did better?
I think Shador
Nah,
Sanders is better than Michael Penix.
you can't. How? Where?
It's just my opinion. I'm just saying. I think
Well,
he's
that's
better
what I'm
than
saying.
Michael
But
Penix.
how? Where? Where is he better at him at? His hairstyle, his chain.
Really?
Nah,
What?
I'm
it
not
ain't got
finna
nothing to
fool
do
with
with
Art.
hairstyle. I'm just saying,
I'm just trying to.
as far as a total quarterback, he's better, and it's more safe. You just ran down how many injuries Michael Penix had. Don't act
You
like he gonna
hold on,
fall
hold
to the
on.
second for no
Injuries are
reason.
not
He
accolades,
not
brother.
falling for no reason.
Injuries are not accolades. So don't throw that out there. Injuries not accolades
But you giving me numbers that, and I can give you
because
numbers
those are
with Shador.
accolades.
It's just as good. Like you giving me numbers, I'm giving you a fact. The fact
okay,
is, it's
I
a
get
reason why
numbers
he a
was the
second
fact
round
that I gave
quarterback.
you.
okay,
Yeah,
fellas,
but
fellas, fellas, fellas,
it's a
fellas,
reason
fellas.
he is gonna fall to the second. You
Okay,
just
now,
throwing that to
fellas.
the side is what I'm
Now,
saying. You just
okay,
sliding that away like, oh, ain't
I
nothing
I
wrong with him. He
okay,
the
I
best
pause
quarterback
though.
in this
Pause.
draft.
Let's go ahead and say this. We're not getting Shador Sanders. That comment Deion Sanders made, that was directed at us. Do not get it twisted.
Possibly.
When that nigga said that shit about Archie, do a Archie Manning and shit, and get Eli away from whoever that was trying to draft him at number one. Look, who's the most embarrassing team right now in the NFL? Carolina.
we are.
That is what that nigga was saying. That nigga was literally saying, I'm not letting my son go to Carolina and play for the motherfuckers. They ain't shown me that they can take care of my fucking son. So do not think Deion Sanders will let us get Sanders in the building. He will be like, fuck no, 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 hell no.
Well,
I mean,
well,
that's just
Mike,
one name. That's one name.
And,
What about
yeah,
you? What
that's
about
him.
you? Is then
I gotta push
yours?
back. I gotta push back on that. I gotta push back on that, Mike. Okay, what he means by that? Okay, you gotta take in context what was going on with the Chargers at the time that Archie Manning was like, "Yo, my son ain't going there." Okay,
Okay, what was going on with the
ownership
Chargers, though?
ownership was terrible. They wasn't, they wasn't developing and doing this and doing that. Okay, now you got to
Did
look
you
at
just not
now you
describe
can't wait a
Carolina
minute.
right there?
I understand. I knew you were getting ready to say that. Hold on now. Hold on. Now, if you look at what we already done this year right here, and y'all say y'all love it. Y'all love it. You hired a new innovative coach. You spent the most you ever spent in free agency as a friend. I can remember ever. We've never spent that much money in free agency. Okay, then you got rid of the coach last year. You got a former player as the GM right now. You're on paper right now. It looks like we're trending in the right direction. Now, have we seen it yet? We haven't. We haven't went through the draft. We ain't seen what they're gonna do in the draft or whatever. You haven't seen your owner on camera around here doing nothing around here in the last couple months. He ain't talking about this, that, the draft. He ain't, you know what I'm saying? He ain't putting no statements out or nothing. He said he was sitting back. The last time you seen him was at the press conference, the introduction press conference, and you ain't hear shit. You ain't even hear the beat writers say nothing about it. Has he changed? I don't know. I can't say. It ain't draft time. We ain't seen the war room yet. We don't know if these motherfuckers, like I said, there's rumors out there them combining 33 and 39 and going out there and getting jumping up mid round of the draft. We don't know. So somebody got some background noise. Somebody got some background, some kids in the background. But we don't know. So with that being said, all I'm saying is that's why he means by he's not letting his kids, meaning Travis Hunter, Shador, I guess anybody else that's coming out of Colorado, go to some of these organizations that don't have a clue. So
Now
right
pause.
now, go
Ladies
ahead.
and gentlemen,
I agree,
if
go.
you watching this motherfucking video, I need you to like it. I need you to subscribe. I need you to play what Goat just said. And I need you to screen record this shit. Because never in the history of niggerdom has the nigga ever contradicted everything that he said in off season, all in one conversation. I can't believe my goddamn ears this morning or this
Mike, you
afternoon.
ain't do
No, no,
you
Goat.
want
I'm not
now.
letting you get away with that shit, Goat. Goat.
Hey,
Every time I mention Dave Tepper not being in the midst, you would say some shit about, oh, he's still lingering around. Every time I say about the things that we doing, the moving in the right
I,
direction, you
I
would
can
say they
only
just position fillers. Every
look. I can
positive
only
thing,
go, Mike. I can only
nigga.
go by what I see right now. You understand what I'm saying? If you dirty day from just cleaning up something, then you go wash your ass in the next 30 minutes. You ain't dirty no more. You know what I'm saying? I can't talk about you having dirty clothes. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? A little while ago, dog. You clean
Nah, my
now.
nigga.
You understand what I'm saying?
No.
That's just like look, that's just like I said, when I opened up the show earlier, like I said, people gonna say, what the fuck is you talking about Zach Wilson for? That applies to us. You understand what I'm saying? I told you there was motherfuckers out there. I listened to their show the other day and said, I ain't talking about nothing but the Panthers. You got to talk about all these motherfuckers because we pick at 33. Everything
Go,
directly affects us at 33 on the
go.
second round for us to get that phone call.
Go. I got in a car wreck. It did not do me any brain damage, my nigga. No, we're not letting you get away from this. Y'all can go back 2 weeks of videos. Y'all can go back 3 weeks of videos. If you had the privilege to see us go raw and go hard when it comes to Thursday night, y'all will hear this nigga
Pause.
argue
Pause.
with
Pause.
me.
No diddy. No diddy.
No diddy. You will hear this nigga argue with me about the so-called moves that we have made. That every time I mention about Dave Temple standing in the back and him not being in control, he'll push back. Every time I mention something positive, this nigga push back. This was the first time GOAT has ever spoke optimistic about this fucking off season. Period. And this nigga just gonna get a pass?
Mike,
You niggas heard this nigga talk shit every goddamn week.
Mike, all
Y'all gonna
I
let him
did,
get away with this?
did we
I
not
don't never
spend
let go get no pass,
350?
man. What you talking about?
Did we not spend $355 million?
I'm not disagreeing what we did. I'm disagreeing on how you have projected it and spoke on it every week. I mean, it was just last week you was talking about how Dave Canales was a fucking puppy and how Tampa can write a fucking little play on the napkin and send it down to Dave Canales. Now you call
Yes,
that nigga a
and I
new
still
innovative
look.
coach.
In
I
other
still
words, he's saying
stand
you
on that.
you flip floppy. He said you flip
That
flop.
nigga done,
That's
that
what
nigga done
No,
flip
saying you
but
flop
doing.
in one
I
conversation.
still
I just gotta
right.
ask
No,
Goat real quick. Goat, who
go
you
ahead,
saying is clean? Who you saying is clean now? You say you can only say what you seen that's been placed in front of you. You also said if you were
Pop,
dirty 10 minutes ago and you go wash your ass and you come back, I can't say you're dirty no more. So who are you saying that's clean? I just want you to
Pop.
emphasize.
When the last time you seen Temple Pop? When the last time you seen him?
The press conference when we announced
Sit-
Canales
Doing that, doing that
as
damn
the
drinking
owner.
shit, saying
That's
something
all
on
I
that
said.
drink.
That's all I said. That's all I said.
Okay.
Right. That's the
Right,
last
right.
time you seen a nigga. Right.
That's true.
Usually he everywhere. He all up in the video. He all up in this and that. You see what I'm
Don't you
saying?
do the
Every
Suge
time,
Knight shit. This
yeah.
nigga.
But go,
That's all I'm saying.
But the
That's
spook behind the
go ahead.
door, Goat.
What MDJ? What else y'all? That's all I'm saying.
bro, I'm not getting on this mic word with you. You. I'm just telling you. But what he's saying is, are you saying? I'm asking you this. Are you saying that Tepper ain't had nothing to do with this offseason? Is that what you're saying? I'm asking you this. I'm not telling you. I'm
I'm just saying
asking you.
I ain't seen him. I'm just saying I ain't seen him. I ain't seen him. I ain't seen him now.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna let this shit go for 2.5 seconds and just leave the shit alone,
Hey,
hopefully, and longevity.
hey, Mike. All
Because
we can do is, optimistic go. I kind of
I've
like it.
never, I
Oh,
like the
don't
sound of
worry.
it, my
It'll
nigga. But
change.
I
It'll
just
change.
never
Once you
heard the
realize what
nigga.
he's saying, it'll change.
I've never heard this nigga all this damn off season say anything positive about this off season. The nigga has went for the like. Imagine after Brian Burns got released, this nigga went on for 2 whole months talking the most shit about
I
this
still
fucked up
think it.
team.
Listen. I still think it was a mistake. I have not changed my setting on that. If you spent $155 million on the offensive line and you couldn't spend it in a premium position like edge rusher, when y'all just said a few minutes ago, next year you still gonna have to go get an edge, right? Didn't y'all just say that?
Yeah, I said that he gonna be a lot
Okay.
cheaper, but we gonna get that.
So what you gonna do this year? You gonna take the two stop gap motherfuckers and the rest of these niggas that y'all said earlier in the show hadn't panned out, still that we couldn't develop. Bono, uh, the other dude we got from Jacksonville, and what that boy name? I always forget that
Shit,
boy. He's so irrelevant. I always forget his
everybody
name.
we normally draft, bro. Everybody, we don't develop shit,
Yeah,
so it
he's so
don't matter.
irrelevant. I
Anybody.
I
Yeah.
forget his name
Everybody
all
we
the
done
time.
had,
Like you
we
just
ain't
said.
developed.
Like you just said, it
Like
don't even matter. It
you
don't
know
even
what
matter.
though? I'm gonna be real with you. I felt a
It's
lot
irrelevant.
better about us letting go of Brian Burns when I saw Josh Allen's contract. Y'all can take it how you want to. But I would never say that Brian Burns is Josh Allen. He has not shown what Josh Allen has shown. And when I saw they had identical contracts, that was the first time that I said maybe we should have got more for him, but I completely understand the move.
Well, we shall see, because we'll see it in New York, and we're gonna see it firsthand in New York when they come to Bank of America. If we should have got rid of them or not. Like I said, I still stand on business by saying we should have signed the man. Because now you still got to go get a premium position. You still got to go redraft that premium position. And this is the thing right here on history. Have the Panthers went back in drafts and got those premium positions back. We still missing a linebacker. We probably won't address the linebacker spot this draft right here. Since Luke Kuechly. And then
Nah,
we let Frankie Lupu leave out the door. So that's
to,
two
But
linebacker
I,
spots.
I think they're going to address the linebacker and not go edge.
But
I'm gonna be real
Bob,
with you.
when you gonna hold Mike? When the fuck you gonna draft the linebacker spot? Where you gonna draft a linebacker at?
Why you can't get them at 1-on-1?
So a fourth round linebacker.
Everybody can't be a starter, go. That's just where we at.
Okay,
Everybody,
okay. Thank you, thank you,
we're gonna do this. Hold
thank
on,
you,
go. We're gonna do
thank
this
you.
whole
A
draft.
fourth round linebacker. A
I'm
fourth
just,
round linebacker. Thank you, thank you, thank you,
hey,
I
Gray,
think
Gray,
thank
Gray has been right there at 1-on-1 this whole time.
you. A fourth round
okay. Yeah.
linebacker.
It don't
Okay, so
everybody can't be a starter, go. That's just where we at. Sorry.
facts go if you saying that if Michael Penix and y'all saying that Michael Penix fall at 33, we gotta get him. There's no way we can get a linebacker unless it is the fourth round.
Thank you, KT. Thank you,
What?
TK. Thank you,
Once
TK.
again, man.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that, buddy.
Once again though, like once again, like y'all talking about draft. It don't matter if you get a nigga in the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh. It's a long shot anyway because we don't develop players. So really, if you gonna get a and fill a need, it's gonna be one of the 2 seconds or the third round. Fourth and back, we don't never develop these motherfuckers. So why do y'all think that's gonna be any different this year?
The reason.
So you
Okay,
can't you
now
can you can't fill
Well,
every spot
let
in
me
the
tell
like
you.
he said. It's
I don't
not
know
going.
if
You're not gonna
anything.
get a
I
starter.
don't know if anything's gonna be different. I mean, only thing we can hope is that this new regime does start to train these guys. That's all you can go off of. But what I'm
Facts.
saying is the major holes that we got, we can't expect all of them to be starters because we got so many holes. We're not even drafting for depth at this point. I hope y'all understand. We're not even so wherever we got the most players at, the most people at, is probably where we're not gonna go.
But hey,
Well,
hey,
see,
I'm gonna address my guy Flame for Jesus for 1 second. And this is the thing that always gets me. He said that was crazy. Go, you could have got two first rounders. The two first rounders. He's alluding to the two first rounders that LA offered. Kept DJ Moore and used Brian Burns in that trade. Okay, let me tell y'all
okay,
something. Let me tell y'all something.
no,
Cause
no.
see, everybody been oh my, let me explain this right here. Hold for just a second. Okay, the two at the time of the two first rounders, they had just gave Brian Burns his extension money. They was planning to build around Brian Burns. Brian Burns was one of the keystone fixtures of this team. So they was not going to take those two future first rounders. That was for 24, 25. Now in hindsight, okay, you'd had a first round this year, but you never even knew that you was going to be in the deal that you gave Chicago for Bryce. So y'all stop that with the two first rounders, okay? Kept DJ Moore. They had the opportunity to say, can we get an edge rusher first, or we get a receiver back first? They chose the receiver. They said it was easier. Y'all got to understand, it's easier to get a receiver than it is a premium edge rusher. You don't give those guys away like we did to New York for a second and a fucking fifth and a swap. You just don't, that's a premium position. So you don't do that. You don't give away, I told you, a quarterback, edge rusher, left tackle, and then so far, so on, you know what I'm saying, going back and forth, back and forth. I done explained this to y'all umpteen times. But at the time of the two draft picks that was offered, the two first rounders, we extended Brian Burns and they was gonna sign him. But Suleiman didn't know how to move that money like Tillis do, and he couldn't see us paying the 130 for Burns. Because he said we'd have been bankrupt. But now we ain't bankrupt because we spent 155 just on the offensive line. He didn't know what the fuck he was doing. Scott Fitterer didn't know what the fuck he was doing. And then Bryce played so shitty. You see what I'm saying? They didn't know. They thought Bryce was going to play well, so they was going to move up for the quarterback. So it was a lot of circumstances. The reason why we got rid of Brian Burns, and that was our only asset that we had on the whole damn team, other than Derek Brown at that time. That's all I got to say about that.
You
Either
know
way,
what?
in that
I
Chicago deal, we
blame
got smoked.
myself.
We got smoked.
I blame myself because I should have never said this nigga name. I want everybody to understand one thing that we all know. You can't change the fucking past. Let the
No,
shit
you
go.
can't. You can't. Yeah. You can't. You can't.
Yeah.
You
Let
can't.
the
Well,
shit
well,
go.
Yeah.
well if I could, I'm gonna let it go too. I just want to add a cherry on top. You know what I'm saying? Go already put the whipped cream on there. I'm gonna add the cherry on top. Brian Burns is gone. We get it. But y'all gotta understand too, where the offensive line played, how them all of those guys got hurt, and how Bryce got hurt. I mean, how Bryce played eventually got Brian Burns out of here. If
Got
those
him out of
guys
here.
would if those guys would have stayed healthy and did their job to the best of their capabilities, Brian Burns wouldn't have went nowhere. If Bryce would have played better, Brian Burns wouldn't went nowhere. So it's a cumulative of things. The reason why Brian Burns had to leave. That's just a fact.
So now we look at the roster as is and as built. I'm gonna say things that's very unpopular to the masses, and I really feel this way. I feel this roster is an upgrade from last year. People may disagree. The offensive line, to me, I feel is an upgrade from last year. I even think the defensive tackle position is an upgrade from last year. The wide receiver room is an upgrade from last year. Was not an upgrade from last year as a whole may, and not even for sure, may be the linebacker unit. And it's actually possible
Tight end and
that it
cornerback
could.
from too. They all
Oh yeah,
terrible.
those defensive back went backwards when they got rid of Deontay. The linebacker crew actually could be better than last year
How?
Hell no.
because
The
uh,
linebacker group, Mike.
Hell no.
How?
You
nigga.
lost
Oh,
Frankie.
no, listen.
If Shaq go down, Mike, who's coming in at behind Shaq?
Who? Okay,
I
honestly,
mean,
the
Uh-huh.
we didn't
motherfucker.
have
I,
Shaq
no, no,
last
no,
year
no.
anyway.
Listen, okay, let
So
me
I mean,
answer.
we didn't
Let
Yeah,
have
me
Shaq
but
last year.
because
Lubu
because
slid over, right?
well,
And
that's why they got your boy from Denver. Denver, your boy from
Oh,
Denver is
okay. So you
that
you
he's the
saying
one.
Josie Jewell better? Are you
but
saying Josie Jewell right now is better than Frankie Lou?
No, I'm saying the
Okay.
combination of Jersey Jewel and DJ Wadham is better than just Frankie Luvu.
hold on. DJ Wanham
Hell
hurt
no,
though.
man.
DJ Wanham hurt though. That's what I'm trying to Mike.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm trying to get you to see is last year, who you had sitting beside Luke? I mean Lubu. Who was beside him?
Gruger Hill.
Gruger Hill. Gruger Hill ain't here. He gone. So now you got Josie Jewell and Shaq. We have not seen Shaq play the full season. If Shaq go down, who's coming in after Shaq? That's what I'm saying, brother.
Damn, Pop.
They're going to get a linebacker this year. I don't care what nobody say. They're going. They're probably not going to address edge because they went and got a lot of guys for edge. Even the guys that weren't shit that we still have here, they're here. We got Barno, you got Chase Hong, you got Wano, you got Clowney. They're not addressing edge this draft. Not unless
No,
it's just not unless he's just too good to be true. He's there, but I don't think he's coming in that first three picks. I do not.
well,
I think it's center, wide receiver, or
Now,
wide receiver center, linebacker,
now, but
maybe
and,
let me
and,
let
corner.
me
and if
spin
that's
on,
the
let me
case,
spin on you on that, Pop. Let me spin on you. Now, where did they get Premier Cougar Hill last year?
The
They
trash
got him.
can.
Yeah, he got
Say what?
trash can.
Got that nigga out
Okay,
the trash.
so
he got let
that's
go,
what
I
they gonna
believe.
do. The only linebacker that they got is Josie Jewell. And then, like I said, they depending on Shaq to come back. They're gonna find another in the trash can on waivers and shit like that. They're
I
not
don't think
going in the
so.
draft to get.
I don't.
Unless
They're not.
unless
They're not going in the
unless
draft.
unless Cedric Gray
Yeah, maybe.
is
That's what
sitting
I try
there
to check. I said
Yeah,
That's
Cedric
at the
Gray was
100
sitting there
spot.
at
That's
like
at the
101.
101. Yeah.
I
like
said that,
Cedric Gray
and
and
Goat said a
and
fourth round pick, a starter.
and and,
I said
and if
everybody can't be
Cedric
a
Gray
starter.
had fourth round, shut the fuck up and draft him because Cedric Gray is a lot better
but
than a
why did
fourth
Mike
round
just
pick.
say though? Why did he just say though? Pop. He said if he's sitting there at that pick, that means he fall. He got a Cedric Gray got a. I want to say what round grade he got on him.
He
Anybody know?
got a fourth
Fourth
round
round,
grade.
He
fourth
It's
got a
round
fourth
mid
grade.
He got a
round.
third,
fourth
fourth
round grade
round
though.
grade.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
He does.
So does the guy
So
they
so
brought.
does the
So does
line.
the linebacker they brought in.
So does the
Uh,
linebacker from Clemson. The linebacker from Clemson got a fourth round rating on him.
They brought in like four linebackers for their 30 visit. Whether they was at their
They
pro
did.
days or they came and visit. And what's the other Elginberg? What's his name? Linebacker.
And,
But
and
Tommy Eisenberg,
yeah, Tommy Eichenberg.
your ass
They've been
about to get a
talking to
wide
him.
receiver at 33 and a linebacker at 39. That's what you about to
So
get. You about to get Peyton Wilson,
okay,
probably.
okay. Now
That's probably
listen.
what you're gonna get.
The only way, the only way you pick that high on a linebacker if Peyton is there.
Yeah, but
That's what
see,
I think they're
That's
gonna
the
do.
only
but
fucking way.
you
Eldred
got
don't have no
you
second
got
round
Elgin
grade.
Cooper. You got Elgin Cooper got a grade 44 around him on the big board. You got
He
Peyton
does.
Wilson
Yeah, that's a
40
second round
47.
grade.
Because he was sitting at 50. He moved up about 3 clicks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
47. You got Junior from Michigan. He's sitting there at 57 now. You got Jeremiah Trotter. He's at 91, and you got
yeah,
Second Gray at 97. So all of them got with Junior. I mean, Jeremiah and Cedric, the lowest grades out here at 91, just teetering on fourth rounder. But they got all them from the top of the third round to the bottom of the third round. That's the top linebacker. Now anything after that, I don't know. It's
now
something new.
look, now listen.
Stop
eh,
MDJ.
either way, if you got 1-on-1 and one of them boys is in the 90s, when one go, you trade up to get the other one. Period. Period. If try to go immediately, you hit the phone, you go get Gray. If Gray go, you hit the phone, you go get Trotter. But I'm
And
pretty
super
sure.
ass still, man. Stop all
No,
that
no,
trading
no,
up. So
wait
you
though.
just you
But
just
wait, but
stealing
wait.
from the future, man.
No, okay, but when you trade up for that many slots, we got 2 7th round picks next year. It's not gonna cost more than a fucking 7th round pick when you talking about trading up
Stop
3 or 4
giving away picks,
spots.
Mike.
Now listen, but here's the thing. I hate when motherfuckers like I don't want to give away picks. Who the fuck you getting in the 7th round that you feel is gonna be that motherfucking good?
You might as well get
Let's
a
be
UDF.
real.
Bro, but
Might as
this
well
this
get
the
a
thing.
UDFA.
But this is
Look,
the thing though. Y'all keep saying the schedule hard and we gonna go two and whatever the fuck. But you want to trade picks that go two and whatever the fuck y'all keep saying. 2 games, three
Oh,
games, 4 games.
okay.
I'm
All
Sit
not
right.
your
trading
Let's
no
ass
play.
pick.
still,
Okay,
bro.
pause.
Just sit
Pause.
still.
Pause. Pause. Let me ask a question.
I agree.
Who the
I
fuck
agree.
name somebody this year that you know of in the 7th round that might be there?
Bro, Mike, that's not the point, man.
No,
Why are
it
you
is
giving up
the point.
assets for nothing? What is the point? You
It's
talking about
not for
trading picks for
nothing. That's
nothing?
see, it's not for nothing. It's not for nothing. What you gotta understand is sometimes if you got something as weak as a 7th round pick that you can use to go up 3 spots, sometimes it's fucking worth it. Sometimes you cannot let certain because you just said out of your mouth earlier, after you get out the 3rd round pick, everybody else is development. So if I can sling back in the 3rd round pick, because out of your mouth, anybody 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, we don't develop them motherfuckers anyway. So if we not developing a 7th round pick, what does it matter to let one of them motherfuckers go to trade up to get a starter that can actually contribute in the 3rd round? That's that's one fucking point. The second point is the fact of the matter that sometimes sacrifices have to be fucking made to get the fucking production you need on the team. I don't like giving away picks too. I'm one of those stiflers. If it's 1 through 4, I don't want to get away from this shit. But when it gets to the development, especially the deep development players, if I can turn around and get a day 1 starter by sacrificing one of those laggings, that's going to be a hell of a development product that's probably not going to pan out compared to someone that's highly likely to pan out. I've got to do what I got to do because, as he just said, if Shaq Thompson go down, who's stepping in? When you
Mike,
got holes that
you saying all this shit going around a big ass NASCAR track. You gonna give me a point that Poppin made against you for you saying we got better linebackers this year than last year. So what the fuck you
no,
taking me down
because
this big ass
because
track to a bunch of
because
nothing,
the
bro?
reason
What
why
the
the
fuck?
reason why no no the reason why I said what I said and I actually stand
Bro,
on
you
what I'm
just told
saying
me the
is
linebackers
the
was better this year than
pause
last year.
pause
Now you
pause
arguing me about why the fuck you
no
need to go get a
no
linebacker, bro.
because
You talking a lot
the
for
reason
nothing.
why
I'm
I
telling you.
got quiet when he said that shit because I feel healthy the linebacker crew could be better. But he made a solid point when he said if Shaq Thompson goes down for a second year in a row, what are we
That mean
going to
it ain't
do?
better. That mean it ain't
Now
better.
listen. Listen, what I'm saying. What again? Let me say this again. I think healthy, the linebacker crew could be better than it was last year. But if
This is
Shaq
football,
Tempson
though,
was to
Mike.
go
You gonna
fucking
have
down,
injuries, bro. You got to expect for injuries. This is football. It's next man up
okay.
mentality. But if you ain't got
So
no
as
goddamn body,
so
you
so
understand
I
what I'm
suppose
saying? That's
so
what he
when my
trying to
niggas
say.
speak so when my niggas speak the truth, I'm not supposed to take it in and say the niggas right. Maybe we should make sure we prioritize this shit. Or do I supposed to stay blind and dumb and act like I don't hear the niggas valid ass point?
But you don't have to move
What I,
up
what,
to
I- what,
get
I-
a
what I'm
nigga
saying
that you
right
can
here,
get at where
it,
you
it,
at. You just wasting picks.
exactly,
No, no, no.
exactly.
Okay, so what I said again, I said if one of them go off the fucking board, he said 91. There's 10 fucking picks between 91 and the 101. Is
Mike,
there not?
Mike.
So
Let me ask
there's
you a
a
question.
chance.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, Mike. Yeah, cause I'm like MDJ. You talking. Listen, what on after dark on Panther after dark? What exercise did we just
Uh-huh.
do? What exercise did we just do last week? Well, that you weren't here. You weren't here last week. But we did the exercise where everybody picked 39. I mean 33, 39, and 65. Those are the
We
ones
did
we
that
got
the
to
week
knock out the.
before.
We
We
did
did
that,
that the week
but
before, and I did that with you.
wait, we had three per position, and we did the scouting reports on them last week. So at 33, 30, 39, and 65, did nobody come up with no linebacker. So that much tells you right there was other positions of need that was more important than linebacker at them three spots. Then you come down, everybody done said at 101, it better be a motherfucking tight end right there. Better be a tight end right there. You still is negating the linebacker position. So you have to go to 142 before you get a linebacker. And I
Okay,
just
so
told y'all that all
okay,
them boys that I name off gonna be gone by that time.
and,
Now,
and
now,
I'm
hold on, Mike.
pushing
Mike,
and I'm
let
pushing back, and I'm
Mike, Mike.
saying that maybe
Let,
101 don't have to be a tight end.
I got you, Mike. Hold on, Mike. Check this out. We love Frankie Louvu, right? Don't we all love Frankie Louvu. He was our guy. But we also want to say that we don't develop players. I believe we developed Frankie Louvu personally. I think we
Ooh,
did.
fact.
I think we opened up that
No,
floodgate
no,
for him to be who
no.
he is, for him to go get this
Man,
his check. And
Frankie
this is
Louis
another
came
thing.
on.
This is another thing.
We
Frankie
did
Louis
develop
made
Troy
this team
Hill too.
Hold.
as a
This is
special team.
We didn't
Pop.
develop no
Come on
goddamn
now,
Troy
Pop.
Hill.
No,
this is
Oh,
another
stop
thing.
it.
Hold on. Let me get my point out. This is another thing. Frankie Lou was an undrafted guys. So let's not act like you cannot find talent. It's the team scout team to go out here and find that hidden gem like
Pop.
that.
Tell it all. Tell it all, then, Pop. Tell it all, though. Tell it all. Did we draft Frankie Louvu?
That's it. Nobody drafted him. That's my point.
That's why.
But
That's
but
why
did,
we didn't
but
develop
did,
him though.
but,
But
we,
but,
did,
but
but
that, that's
did
just
we draft him? Did we draft him? Did we bring him
We
in as a UDL?
we didn't
A
draft him, nor
UDFA?
did the Jets develop him.
That's a good point.
and we didn't draft Troy Hill either. Just for me saying that. And actually, we got Troy Hill once again out the trash can and played the nigga the very next
It,
week. So we didn't develop him. He just turned out to be all right. So we didn't
it
develop him.
turned out to
That's
Yeah,
all
be
I
all
I'm
say.
right.
not
Okay,
talking
okay.
about. I'm not talking about
Frankie
Troy Hill.
Louvu,
I'm just
All
talking
right,
about
Frankie,
all
the.
right.
I'm
Frankie
just talking
I'm
about.
Louvu,
I'm
not
just
letting
talking
y'all
about the
slide with that
linebackers.
shit.
I'm just talking about linebackers. I'm saying
man,
is my point
and
is
another
that
thing, Pop, did Frankie Louvu come on this team as a linebacker? He came on this team as a special teamer,
okay,
and
and
he
we
jumped
develop
off
him
the
from
screen.
special teams to linebacker. Did we
That
not?
no, that wasn't
Okay,
developed. That
okay.
just said, damn, that boy's making plays all over the place. You know what I'm saying? We got to get him some more looks on the field. That's all they did. He played out in second.
That's
He
all it
already
was.
done
Huh?
played
Go.
in the
Okay.
league.
All right.
It ain't like they said, yo, what,
So
what, what? I,
he
I
was
asked you a
so
question.
good with the
What
Jets,
about
they let
Smith?
him go.
What,
But
what
we
about
seen him as
Smith
a
then,
good ass
Pop?
special
What
teamer
about Smith?
to
What
move him
about
to
Brandon Smith
linebacker.
then,
That don't
Pop?
make sense.
What about
That
But
Brandon
doesn't make
Smith, who
that
came
don't
in here
make
as a
sense,
okay,
bro.
linebacker?
pause.
I'm
What
not
Pause.
about
talking
What
about
Brandon
no
what do
Brandon
y'all do
Smith.
that?
I'm not talking about no Brandon
Why is
Smith.
that the case? Why is every time a player that actually is starts reaching because let's be real,
But you're
Pops is
not gonna
right.
give him credit. You're not
No,
gonna
no,
give him
no,
credit, motherfucker.
cause really
Mike.
Pops is right.
You're not gonna give
He's
him
right.
credit to do nothing.
Frankie,
No,
We
no,
but
you ain't.
developed
No, we
Frankie
no,
ain't
no,
gonna
no,
give
Louvu.
him
I'm
because Frankie
sorry you don't
Louvu
like
won't
it. We
shit.
did.
motherfucker.
Tracy Louvu wasn't nobody when he was with the Jets. And when he got here, technically he wasn't that guy. And then they gave him his opportunity. Then they developed him some more. Then the very next year, he got even fucking better. It's not like the nigga dropped off. The nigga played two different positions last year.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike.
So it's not like we're not about to act like Frankie Louvu was not an Evero project. He was. And Troy Hill, we got him out the trash can because he was garbage. He got with
Man,
Evero,
look,
became a
hey, Frank,
solid slot.
Frank, hold on. Y'all stop that shit. That was Phil Snow.
Wait, hold up.
Yes.
Either
Even if it was
Frankie
Phil
Louvu is
Snow,
a real argument, but Troy Hill is no argument. Frankie Louvu is a real argument. Troy Hill is
I
he did
don't
not
care
develop no fucking Troy
which
Hill,
coach
man.
did it.
Stop that shit.
He's part of the Carolina Panthers. The Carolina Panthers developed Frankie Lubu.
so how many sacks?
I'm not
So
arguing
how
that
many
point.
sacks
I ain't
did
arguing
Frankie Louvu have before he came to Carolina? My
He
fucking
played
point
behind
exactly.
he played
My
behind
point
Russell
exactly.
Wilson. Don't act like the Jets had a bum ass motherfucking defense. That's why he didn't
Mm.
ever get a chance. He made the team as an undrafted free agent, so you had to be something to
Go,
walk
go,
on.
oh, oh, whoa, go. I said the same thing about ISM. They had all them wide receivers over in Kansas City when ISM got there. They didn't need them.
Nah, I assume ain't
So they,
shit,
so,
but
so, so they, so
But
that's fine. I'm just saying. Only reason why I pull for ISM because when he's on the field, he make plays. You may not get to see him do all the route running. They use him as a gadget player. But if they give him some more opportunities, like we did with Lubu, maybe you can develop him.
that's valid. That's valid.
Same
That's
thing that
valid.
I'm talking about Lubu.
That's valid.
Then they brought him back. That's all I'm saying. We can't act like we haven't developed some people, but we did develop Lubu. It don't matter if it was Phil Snow. It don't matter if it was Evero. He got his chances. He did what he was supposed to do on how many snaps he got. And look, he got paid. That's the point. So if we go in this draft and find a linebacker, I'm not saying he's going to be a starter. But if he gets some chances to get out here, if they scout right, maybe you can find a diamond in the rough. But everybody's not going to be a starter.
And look, I understand y'all got PTSD for trading motherfucking picks. I fucking got it too. Like severely. And then with every fucking bad trade, and y'all see motherfucking magical shit where some pretty decent player goes for a 6th round pick like Justin Fields did, I fucking understand. But when you are in the luxurious position of having 2 7th round picks, I don't see the big whoop de whoop of trading one of them motherfuckers to move up some slots to get somebody that you feel that can make an impact now
but you ain't
instead of
guaranteed.
taking the
Like
gamble.
motherfuckers say, "Oh, I'll take your 7th round pick, and that's cool. That's all I want." You understand what I'm saying? When the fuck that happen? When the fuck the
Mo-
motherfucker just say, "Don't try to finesse us for something else"? You know what I'm saying? Then that pick to move the fuck up. When the fuck that didn't
Look,
happen?
okay, I hear what you're saying, but it's not like I'm talking about in the first, second motherfucking round. I'm talking about 101 to 97.
4 spots. Man, just sit your ass where you at, bro. For what? Yeah.
Okay, all right. So let's play devil's advocate. It's fucking draft time, and you sitting there at 101, and all of a sudden you look up, Cedric Gray is right there at 97, and a nigga gets picked, and you know that he could have made an impact on this fucking team. You're not gonna be like, damn, we probably should have traded up a couple spots to get this nigga.
I'm of the opinion that you got so many holes, you need all your fucking draft picks. That's me though.
Because what I'm saying is, yes, at the 4th round at 101, you could get a tight end, but it's not like Case Stover's not gonna be there. Ben Sanat's gonna and yeah, Sanat's gonna be there. Your man from Penn State ain't gonna still be there. Like there's several tight ends that's still gonna fucking be there that can make an in Theo. That's his name. It's not like Theo's not gonna still be there. It's not like there's still not several tight ends that might. No, no, not might. They're still gonna be there that you still can draft with the very next pick.
But Mike, you know football, and I'm giving you this. You know football. You don't just say at 101, I'm gonna get this guy, and that's just gonna be that, bro. You gotta have backup plans. So if somebody takes Cedric Gray, I just go to the next dude without giving up some shit, because you got so many fucking holes. You want to fill one exact hole at one exact position. That's not realistic. That's not even how the fucking draft works. Period. So
No,
so so I
what?
can't
No,
get Cedric Gray at 101. Well, I'm gonna go get a tight end because I need a tight end too. When I can't get a tight end, I'm gonna go get a DB because I need a DB too. But if I'm gonna fill all the holes, how the fuck I'm gonna fill all those holes by giving away picks for one player? It don't work like
Yeah,
that, bro. That's why I'm
because
saying don't
hold
just
I
on.
give
got
away
every.
shit to give it
No,
away.
I got every.
Hold on just a second. Hold on just a second. Now, this is the NFL writer. Well, y'all know Daniel Jeremiah. Right here,
Yeah,
2 days before the draft, he come with a top 150 list. You know what I'm saying? So the list done changed again. They changed again. Now, they done been scouting these motherfuckers since umpteen months ago. You know what I'm saying?
fact.
The list keep changing. 2 days now before. I'm getting ready to read out all the top 32. The top 32. And y'all done heard these lists before, but I'm getting now this is just how they got these players ranked. You know what I'm saying? Not the way they're gonna be drafted, but just how they got them ranked of importance of good players. That's all they is now. Okay. Number one, of course, Caleb Williams, right? They say he the number one player in this draft. Number two, Marvin Harrison. Now, me and MDJ been arguing about that. What you been saying, MDJ? Marvin Harrison, number one player, this and that. But they got Caleb over here. They've had these rankings before where Marvin was the number one player in this draft, right? So this is two
Hmm.
days now before. So Caleb, Marvin, right? Then Roma Doomsday. Then Malik Neighbors. Drake May, number 5. Now, they were just talking about Drake May can't process. Drake May can't do this. Drake May footwork. Drake May the upper part of his body. Footwork good, but the upper part of his body ain't. His footwork bad, but the upper part is good. You see what I'm saying? All kinds of shit been going out here about Drake May. Now he done moved up number 5. He was number 8 at one time. What the fuck
Hmm.
is it? You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Hold on. Jaden Daniels. Now, why is Jaden Daniels ahead of him going to Washington when he's ahead of him on the ranking? You see what I'm saying? Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Hold on. Number 7, Brock Bowers. Number 8, Joe Ott. Joe been about 8, some shit like that the whole time. That's been about consistent. He is the best tackle coming out this draft. Uh, Number 9, Tyrell Arnold. Yep. I mean, those are consistent. Uh, Fugna, y'all know that tackle. I can't say his first damn name. And then Funu, that the second tackle, number 11. Quentin Mitchell, Dallas Turner, number 13. 14, Jared Verse. You see how they gonna run these motherfuckers out? The back-to-back edge rusher, premium part. You didn't start getting edge rushers start to come off to 14 and 15. Y'all see how stacked this motherfucking what you call it? You had quarterbacks first, offensive tackle. Another offensive tackle. All them boys. Fashanu. He's an offensive tackle from Penn State. Number 15. Latu. You know what I'm saying? Another edge rusher. 16. Brian Thompson Jr. Another wide receiver. Number 17. J.C. Latham, the tackle from Alabama that played with Bryce Young going in the first round. You understand what I'm saying? That he had the motherfucker had protection, but he was still the most sacked quarterback, you know what I'm saying, in college. Number 18 this year. Or number 19, Brian Murphy. That's that D tackle out of Texas. J.J. McCarthy at 20. Chop Robinson at 21. Graham Barton at 22. Mims at 23. Another tackle. 24. Cooper DeJan. What? Cooper is a cornerback. That's one of the first cornerback, second cornerback coming out. You know what I'm saying? At 24, 25. Newton. That's the other D tackle. That's two D tackles coming off at 25. 26, Tyler Guyton, offensive tackle at 26. Mitchell, Adonai Mitchell, another wide receiver coming off at 27. Kool-Aid coming off at 28, another cornerback.
What's your
Y'all,
password
y'all,
is for
y'all,
TikTok?
y'all see what I'm naming?
I don't know if you
Cornerbacks,
still got that.
tackles,
You do.
fucking
Okay,
edge
well,
rush,
here,
and quarterback.
MD
At,
Western 22.
we hear you, Mike. We hear you, Mike. At 29, Elder Cooper. He's the linebacker. That's the first linebacker. They got him at 29. I told y'all the big boy had him earlier at 40 something, 47. Now he done moved up to 29, 2 days before the draft. That's the first linebacker to come off the board at 29. Lad McConkey at 30, a wide receiver. Xavier Worthy, 31, and 32, Ray Strong, another cornerback out of Missouri. But that's the top 32. That's not the order where they're going to come off of, y'all. Like draft night, where they got them coming out draft night. That's just saying the best 32 in this draft. The best 32. And I get 33 just where we sitting. Bo Nix. Not saying that Bo Nix going to be sitting at us at 33, but they saying off the big board, Bo Nix is 33 out of this draft. The 33rd best player in this draft. But do y'all see what I'm saying? One linebacker in the top 32. Everybody else is wide receiver, edge rusher, offensive tackle, quarterback. That's all I'm saying. Look at the positions that's coming off this year that's in this draft. Then you still got a bunch of wide receivers. You still got a bunch of offensive linemen that I ain't even named. No tight ends drafted except for Brock Bowers. One tight end coming off in the top 30, 30, 32. You don't have to reach. You don't have to trade back unless you get in the haul. You know what I'm saying? When we get the call on Friday morning. That's where I'm at with it. I don't know how y'all fellas feeling, but yo, the draft is in 2 days. 2 days, y'all. We're gonna have a good one tomorrow. We damn sure gonna have a good one come we damn sure gonna have a good one come Thursday.
Yeah, it's exciting times. It's a very exciting times. I mean, it's gonna be a
But
crazy 2 days. I promise you that.
like I told you earlier, everything that's done from 1 all the way down to 32 going to affect the Carolina Panthers because we picked first on day 2. Somebody going to call us or somebody going to fall in our lap. With the 33, 39, and 65, we got to hit on them, y'all. We got to hit on them. I can't preach it, say it no more. That starts the Canales, Dan Morgan era.
That's a fact.
Hey,
Are you so you saying you're not trading that 39 pick at all?
39. I don't
Hmm.
know, Pop. Somebody got to offer me something for 33 and 39. You know what I'm saying? Not together, apart, what the fuck ever. But I'm not just going to move down for a fucking extra fourth or some shit like that. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's got to be, it's got to be a third rounder or bottom of the second or something like that. If they want that 33 or 39 for me. Or because I'm sitting here telling y'all, that was the premise of the day. I'm sitting here keep telling y'all that board, something gonna fall to us. Somebody gonna be there that somebody gonna want at 33, or we gonna want. We sat here for about 20 minutes, damn near an hour, talking about if Michael Penix is sitting there at 33, do we take him? Or somebody calling us about Michael? It's a possibility him and Bo Nix could be sitting there. Him and
Mhm.
Bo.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah.
So that's all I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Uh uh y'all we had there about damn near going on 3 hours, man. Mike, give me a last word. I think Mike on mute on the other head. Pop, give me a last word.
Yeah, man. Man, y'all make sure y'all stay tuned, man. We got so much content coming to y'all left and right, up and down, sideways, however you want it. It's coming. We're gonna be lit as usual. You don't want to miss out. Please join us on draft nights. We're gonna be here talking about it, breaking it down. And hey man, just be careful straddling on the fence.
See, that's just like I'm looking at Chris' comment because I was reading the list, and Chris said Xavier Leggett at 33. Y'all see how when I didn't even name Xavier Leggett on that list. I hadn't even
Yeah.
got to him yet. I don't even know where they got him at. You see what I'm saying? That's a reach. That's a reach, Chris. That's a reach, bruh. That boy, he ain't see. That's a reach for Xavier Leggett at 33. He's not listed as one of the top receivers.
Yeah,
Leo,
yeah.
I see you just
What's up?
popped up.
Oh, what's up, bro? I know you ain't gonna be on much longer. I listen in, brother. Excuse me. I agree, bro. Hey, all that trading back stuff ain't the draft ain't deep like that. So what's using trading back? You need wide receivers and offensive linemen. So
Yeah,
we
exactly.
trading back for.
Hey Leo, I'm
What's
glad to
up,
hear you
brother?
see you, man. Check this
What's
out.
up, bro?
My
Uh huh.
man Go got this situation in his head, and I think he's gonna get pissed off on draft night. He
Uh
said if
oh.
Michael Penix is sitting at 33, what are you gonna do?
He can't be serious. I go. You're not serious, are you, brother?
No, I said it's a possibility that him and Bo Nix probably sitting there at 33, Leo.
Yeah, they're gonna
Would
be
you agree,
sitting there,
Leo?
Kendall. But would you consider drafting them? Honestly, would you consider drafting either one of them?
Well, look, Leo, I'm gonna tell you this here, Leo. I have to, Leo. One, okay, if you're saying me, you're asking me or as the GM, or you asking me as the Carolina Panther fan?
As a
I'm
Which one?
asking
GM,
you as a GM. I mean, 'cause if I was, I'm a fan too, and I would go with a quarterback. But I'm asking you
Leo,
as a
yes.
GM though.
And then if you're asking me as the GM, I damn near got to say the same thing, Leo. My quarterback I had actually played terrible, Leo. Would you agree?
He did, Kendall. But the thing about it is, you draft another rookie, Kendall, a
But
unproven commodity.
Leo, now you know football as well as I do. You know there's some teams that pick up a quarterback every year in the draft. Correct? Just they
Absolutely.
say they might hit a diamond in the rough. They might hit, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, it's a gamble. It's just you're just shooting in the dark. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
if I see that quarterback, a guy who Michael Penix is sitting there, he's fifth on the list of quarterback. Bo Nix is sixth. Leo, I got to consider it, Leo. I got to.
But the thing
My
about,
my
okay, Kendall,
quarterback
you
played
consider
terrible last year.
you considering Michael Penix Jr. Do you have Roma Dunze? Do you have Jalen? I forgot Polk. Do you have the other wide receiver? Do you have all? Because you know one of the offensive linemen getting drafted in the first round. You know that, right? So do you
Hmm.
have those skilled players on the Carolina Panthers when you draft this dude?
Well, we
Do you
just paid
draft? Do you
we
draft
just
the
paid
motherfucker that damn near
155
26
million.
years old?
We
We say,
just paid 155 million for two guards, right?
but okay, but go back to the wide receivers. The Roma Dunze going first round. The other wide receiver going at least like third. The two other wide receivers, Polk and I forgot the other them. They going at least third round, no later than fourth round.
So what do I do at 39? I
But
get a wide
but you,
receiver.
could now know what Roman Dooms ain't going in the first round. The
No,
boy
I
they
mean I
drop
don't
off.
get
They drop off
I'm telling you, I
precipitously.
don't get Yeah, I tell you, I don't get Roman Doomsday. You know, I don't even get Roman Doomsday at 33. But what I'm saying is, I still get him a wide receiver.
Just any wide. Oh, okay, just any wide receiver. I got you. I
Not
got
any
you.
wide receiver. I mean, you know what I'm saying? The next guy who would be worth a fuck at 39. I'm
Name the
not gonna be
player,
wrong.
Kendall. Name.
I'm
Okay,
like
okay.
you
You
done heard, because you
you
done heard me
might.
say on this
Okay.
platform plenty
Uh huh.
times. If it ain't Harrison, if it ain't Malik, if it ain't Rome or Brian, you ain't getting shit. Really?
I
You see what I'm
I
saying? After them four,
I disagree, Kendall. Uh, Worthy is pretty good. The other wide receiver from Texas is better than Roma Doomsday to me personally. Troy Franklin is good. He's a little thin, and South Carolina dude, he's explosive. So I mean, but they gonna be going at 39. Troy Franklin might be there at 39, Kendall.
I'm gonna push back and say Xavier Leggett will be there at 39,
so my
but you
question
need a
is,
Okay,
center.
is
okay.
that
But you
but
need a
this this
center
this
more than you need a receiver.
this was
No,
the
you
whole
don't.
That's
Not with
what I.
Bryce Young. Not with Bryce Young. No, you need the wide receivers more than you need anything, according to what they saying for this dude in order to go forward. I hear you, brother. If we building a team, but the team,
but
this is now time. They no nobody building no team over 5 years no more. We don't have a
Leo,
quarterback.
you see the thumbnail, you see the title, what the title was. The title
Yes,
was
sir.
on the premise that Joe Person the Athletic put out an article and said that
Hmm.
that with through his people, he's hearing a buzz through his sources. He's hearing a buzz coming out of the building that they're going to draft a quarterback day 3. So that's at that 65. That's round 3 or that's
I,
round 4
I can
that they're
see
going to
that, but
draft a
Kendall, you
quarterback.
you ain't saying that though, Kendall. You talking
No, no,
Bo
no, no,
Nix
no, no,
and
no, no, no,
Penix
no,
though.
no. No, 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 no. That's where the conversation went that way. You know what I'm saying? The
Oh, okay,
conversation
okay,
went
okay.
that
I
way.
got you. I got you.
At the top of the board, all this moving and shaking gonna be around. That them guys probably gonna be there at 33. If them guys are there at 33, we still getting a phone call. So the Carolina Panthers still can come off. You see what I'm saying? Smelling like roses out of this thing,
How
or they
how,
still getting a
how
phone call
Kendall?
Friday morning.
What the
They getting
drive
a
to
phone
trade
call
back?
Friday morning.
The trade back.
Yeah, they getting the phone. They get the phone call Friday morning, Leo.
But Kendall, you trade back to what? Get what? What you
That's
gonna
what I was
get?
saying earlier when you. That's what I'm saying earlier when you come in. I'm not trading back for nothing now.
Oh, okay, pardon me. But I'm asking, but Kendall, what the talent level is not there in this draft. It's top 40 and that's it, brother. After
But we
that, it's
need so
over.
many pieces. We
But
need so
Kendall, we're
many
talking about,
pieces.
but you gotta have good pieces. Kendall, we got a bunch of pieces now. We had pieces last year. They weren't good
I
enough.
I I agree with you. I'm in agreement with you, brother. But what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying, Leo, we was arguing before you got on. We was discussing linebacker, right?
They ain't no
So
good ones. I heard you.
I'm sitting there saying, yo, where you gonna pick one at when you still need a tight end? Still need a receiver. You still need a center.
Pick them later on. But they got the linebackers on the team already. There are no real stout linebackers in the draft. Trotter son, he all right, but he might be third or fourth round. The dude you talking about from Texas A&M, that's a second round draft pick. That moving up in the boy shit, that's myth, brother. That man ain't going nowhere to the mid second round. He not going in the top 30, 35. That dude's a good
That's what them
player,
guys
but he
ain't
not
got to do.
explosive.
The board done changed. Yeah, yeah. What's his name? Yeah, he done moved up to 29 from 40
But
something to 29.
that's a
Where's
myth. That's smoke
linebacker on the
screen.
board?
That dude, that's a smoke screen. That dude is he's a day 2 pick, man. He's not a first round pick, man. That dude not getting drafted in the first round. He getting drafted in the mid second round. Ain't
Yeah,
no
Edwin Cooper
linebackers.
from Texas.
Yeah,
Edwin Cooper from Texas. Yeah,
Texas
Edwin
A&M. Yeah,
Cooper.
I know him. But
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
but Kendall, I'm telling you, that dude is not that type of player. He's not a first round pick, brother. That dude's a second round pick. I mean, the Panthers could draft him in the third round if he there, but okay, linebacker is not a pressing need though, Kendall.
They said that boy got speed. He's long. He's rangy. His ability to play coverage against the pass and
Yeah, second
his
round pick.
very
Yeah, he good. Second round pick. He good. There's no team in the NFL that's drafting first round that need a linebacker like that, brother. unless it's like, unless my man, what's the dude name from the Bears? He played for Baltimore and Luke Kuechly type of player. That's when you draft that. But there's no big time linebacker in college football right now. Boy, that's getting drafted.
That what you saying? That they ain't got that.
There's only two top tier linebackers in the draft. Peyton and Cooper.
And
Besides them,
Peyton injuries. Yes, I'm saying Peyton injuries gonna get him day two.
Yeah, Peyton Wilson has been hurt since high school.
That's what I'm saying. That dude Fort Brown, man. Ain't nobody risking that, man.
Yeah,
Now
he
you never
if you
know.
gonna
You never
if you're
know.
gonna say that for Michael Penix Jr., you got to say that for Peyton Wilson. I mean, I hate to say it.
That's what I
NC State
said. I
is a hard
said,
guy to say, but
yeah,
you got to say it. You know what
Penix,
I'm saying?
Penix,
Got to
Penix
say it for
four.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
third round or lower. Yeah.
So
now listen. 39th, I'm puzzled. 33, I'm puzzled. But if some miracle happened and that nigga landed in the third round, then you hit the jackpot.
Who
If
Penix?
Michael Penix landed in the third round by some fucking miracle, then you hit the jackpot.
I mean, you gotta draft him in the third round. That if he there,
what, so you saying Leo his injuries what got you down on him? The injuries?
not just that, Kendall. I mean, he's a product of an open, spread offense. Kendall, I saw him play against Washington State. He didn't have a good game. You know, he
He
had he had some
didn't.
he had some good games, but Kendall, it's a system with him. I mean, and like I say, he had some really good wide receivers out there, brother. I mean,
Okay. I
but
just want to
he's
see.
a good player. But and like I say, the short passes ain't his thing though, Kendall. So I mean, third round if you there, I mean, you might as well drop a fly on them. But it's more pressing need, Kendall. They gonna draft a quarterback. I hope they do at least later on. Fourth, they got a couple picks later on.
Once again, Joe Person's whole article, and that was for the people who didn't read the article. He was
Mhm.
saying that he was getting the buzz out of the building, and this was only that they was going to draft those quarterbacks because Andy Dalton was only under contract to 2024. And like I was telling somebody, they not getting nobody to push Bryce. The only thing they're going to draft a quarterback for is to be in Canales' system 1 year before Andy Dalton leaves. You know what I'm saying? To get
Yeah,
acclimated to the system.
that's
That's it.
intelligent.
But would
That's
you
a reasonable thing to do.
would you do it? Would you do it with a fourth round pick or that 65 or fourth round? I think that's too high.
It might be. It might be. Yeah, it might be. But they
Why
got
y'all,
plenty of quarterbacks that be down there later on. Dude from Tulane.
Yeah.
They got a bunch of
why y'all, why
quarterbacks
Tulane,
y'all
later
talking
I
on.
like
about
that guy.
quarterback so high?
I like that guy from Tulane. So which one?
Why y'all talking about quarterback so high?
Nah, we talking lower. I mean, they was talking about Bo Nix limit, but Bo Nix probably going to the
Hell,
Broncos, something like that.
that,
No,
I
Joe
mean, only way I picture
Person was
Carolina
predicated
getting a
on
quarterback is late.
Joe
Yeah, late.
Person. The thing was predicated on Joe Person's article.
I know, man. I don't believe anything, man, around draft time. It's
But like you said though, it would be an intelligent thing to do because like you say, Andy Dalton on his way out after this year. So
Yeah,
and like you say, 1 year because like look how Joe Burrow went down. Anything could fucking happen, man. Can you imagine if we have a backup plan? We probably won't win shit with Bryce anyway, but we'll win less if we ain't got a motherfucker to back up.
of course.
I don't even know why would we even ever went out and got the red rifle. I mean, he played one game. What did he do? You know what I'm saying? Um,
But they wanted him to
that
play more, but
it
the
was a
owner was
waste of
like,
time.
hell no.
Yeah, it was a waste of time and money. And
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, but the whole corral situation was a waste of time and money. It's just like, man, look, if y'all ain't going, don't draft the quarterback unless y'all really plan on like he's got a good chance to play. If Bryce Young get the fucking out, don't just draft him just to have him on the team. I do believe in sending quarterbacks out if you looking at them towards the future, you know. But shit, man, we might as well just go get a viable backup like a and that can really play like a. I mean, I don't know, Leo or how you Mike, how y'all feel about that kid Browning that just played with um what was
He
it,
played with Cincinnati.
Cleveland? Yeah, Cincinnati or whatever. Yeah,
He
and it's
they don't.
another.
Yo,
He'll
it's
It's
beat
crazy
Bryce
you
out.
brought.
They don't
yeah,
want that, brother. He'll beat Bryce out in training camp. They
see,
don't want
that's what
that.
I'm saying. That's the fuckery that goes on. That's the fuckery that goes on in Carolina. So the question that we constantly keep stuck asking with Carolina is, do y'all really want to win, or do y'all just want to make people happy?
It's the owner though, brother. They got investment,
Yeah.
brother.
Quarterback,
It's like, man,
So,
what are you
so,
trying to
talking?
give a
Look, put
quarterback
Bryce on the field and
footwear.
no wins don't make
You're
sense.
getting a quarterback to acclimate to
That shit is
Canales' system
stupid.
and to leave off of contract. That's what they're getting. If Bryce Young does not hit this year, we're drafting a quarterback anyway to be the starter.
Yeah,
That's all
but
it
you
is.
got somebody else just to fill in because the next motherfucker gonna be an absolute rookie, and then you be
Yeah.
able to trade Bryce for like a third round pick in 2025.
Will you even get that though? You
No,
think you'll get that?
yeah, somebody might because they feel sorry for the motherfucker. I don't know.
They
I
D'Angelo,
mean, I
give
don't
that. They
know.
D'Angelo,
don't have to figure on them too
Zach
big over
Wilson just
Leo.
went for like a
They just
6th round pick, didn't he?
Yeah, sixth round.
a
No,
flip
and then
flop. They just
where
went
your
a
boy
flip
went?
flop.
What, Justin Field? Justin Field went what? Fourth round?
No, he went for a
Yeah.
6th round
They
pick
fifth.
too,
they
didn't he?
We ain't gonna
guys.
get shit
They
for
didn't
Bryce.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
so
They
what
didn't
I'm
get that for
saying
them
is
guys,
this.
Leo.
You might get a bag
They
of
didn't get
chips for
that
that,
for
huh?
them.
A bag of chips and some M&Ms,
Yeah.
Yeah.
halfway eaten.
Nobody
What?
yeah, nobody's not giving nothing for them guys that bust out at one
Yeah,
point.
that shit
You know
over
what I'm
with.
saying?
Yeah, that shit over with now.
Yeah, might
And
do something.
and and, and the thing is, it's crazy you said that, Quan, because I was literally thinking earlier,
They said that. Yeah,
why haven't we tried to make a play for Cincinnati's backup?
yeah. Boy, D'Angelo said they just re-signed him. They extended that
Oh, I'm
motherfucker.
about to say because if he a free agent, but they don't want nobody to beat Bryce out in training camp, man. That's
But,
sad.
but Leo, let me ask you the question again because I think you understand what I'm saying.
It's
Is
politics. Yeah, it's politics, brother. It's all
look,
politics.
why would you not want the best motherfucker on the field? Like, look, I don't give a fuck if I pick Leo up first. If Leo ain't getting it done, then Leo gonna sit his ass down and watch. Like, no, well, no, we picked him up first, so we got to do our due diligence. But look, if he ain't putting no wins up on the board and the team ain't responding to him, and they don't respect him, and he ain't no real leader, the one thing with Bryce Young at the end of the day, no matter what we gonna ever say, is the dude is never gonna be no natural born killer. He ain't never gonna be
Nah,
no natural
it
born
ain't
leader.
in him.
He
It
ain't
ain't
gonna
in him.
never lead. He ain't gonna never get in no huddle and tell people to shut the fuck up and let's go. He ain't never gonna do it.
It ain't gonna
No, no,
happen.
listen. I'm gonna say this because there's one thing. There's two things that I've known when it comes to dealing with really wealthy motherfuckers. They either hate to be embarrassed or they hate to be wrong.
That's what I'm
Facts.
saying.
And this,
Hate to be
Your boy
wrong. They
got
hate to be
embarrassed
wrong.
last year.
Both of them.
They
He
hate to
getting
be
both of them
wrong.
shits.
They hate to be wrong more than anything, Mike. The
Yeah.
so
motherfucker think they
so
know everything. They hate to be
So,
wrong.
and this thing is Dave Tepper is a victim to media when
Yeah,
everybody's
yeah.
saying you didn't give him enough to succeed. He didn't
That's
have
why
the
this year.
offensive line. He didn't
Yeah,
have
Yeah.
the receivers, and that's why Dave Tepper was probably told Dan Morgan one of the things he must do was fix the things
yeah,
that they kept saying in the media that
yeah,
had to
yeah,
be
yeah.
fixed for Bryce Young to
Isn't
succeed
that something?
because
That shit is stupid.
because the media basically said Dave Temple wasn't wrong for the pick. They just
Exactly.
didn't give him what he needed to succeed. So
Exactly,
in
brother.
his
Yeah.
head,
Because you
so
couldn't
in
do
his pride,
it.
Damn,
That's
yeah, he
why
just
we
danced
can't. That's
around
why
the
they
line.
can't have nobody beat Bryce out in training camp.
Yes,
And then, but then
yes,
you got to think about this though. They done sold all them fucking tickets for them little kids that come to see Bryce, and done sold them jerseys. That's all. I mean, but it's gotta fail next year for them to move
yeah.
off for it though.
That's why he
Leo,
started,
how
Leo.
many times?
That's why he
How,
started. That's why he started. That's why he started against Atlanta. It
Yeah,
was told to us that he wasn't even that they didn't even want him to start the year. They wanted Andy to start. But just
they
how
ain't
like
what
you
many
about
hit it
that?
on the head,
times?
Leo.
How
You hit
many
it
times
dead
have
on
I
the
keep
head,
telling
Leo.
y'all?
You hit it dead on the head.
How
all
many
them
times I
jerseys,
kept telling
all them
y'all
jerseys,
that it's all for
all the hold on, hold on, goddamn, all them jerseys, all
All
them
them
damn
fucking shit.
under body armor commercials and all that stuff.
Yeah,
The contracts was already written, and y'all got
yeah.
to understand. Those contracts are written with the team as well as the player because the team owns the player.
Revenue.
So if too many contracts that was out there, it's too much money. It's not the word about that boy play. And
Uh-uh.
and they told him, go ahead and put that boy on the field.
Let me,
Point
Kendall.
blank.
hold
Do
on,
you
hold on,
think if we'd have
hold
drafted
on.
Anthony Richardson, we would have been playing in Germany next year?
Probably not.
I
No,
want
probably
Exactly. Probably
to.
not. So they already talked
I
about
want to
it.
kick back.
See what I'm saying?
I want to kick
It's
back. I want
politics.
to kick back on
Unfortunately,
that shit. No,
David Tepper bought
I want,
into it. It didn't work out, but he gonna be on. Do you know how much money they gonna make for fucking going to Germany? You know,
yeah,
it's a money grab, but it's gotta fail for him next year for him. Like, you know what? Fuck it, we got all we can get.
got to
We
fail
trying
for
to
him to
win.
get.
The goal is to win. So you know,
no, it's not about winning in Carolina. It's not. It's
not
not
right
about
now,
winning
Twan.
in
Not right now. Not right now.
Carolina.
Not right now.
As
Not right
look
now.
with David Tepper been here, it's about the finances first for that dude, man.
He
Always. It's about the money
always
for him.
it's
It's
money.
all, I've been telling y'all this for like fucking like years with this dude. It's always gonna be about the money with this dude. Only this motherfucker in his right mind can you go 2-15. He goes, I think I think Bryce is up next year.
Yeah, yeah.
What?
Because I got Bryce Young. I got
And
Bryce
listen,
Young out there.
and now listen, and that's why it was so motherfucking big for him to try to. That's why he wanted old boy from Detroit to be the head coach. That's why he didn't want nobody but an offensive coordinator to be the head coach, because he needs 100% for Bryce Young to work so that revenue comes back. He
Yeah, I
needs
feel him. I
all that
feel him on
shit.
that. I feel him. But Bryce Young, it ain't it, baby. He
Somebody in the
don't have
room
it.
is. I know somebody in the room is slapping their hand on the fucking table, going, "Oh, they said what are y'all talking about winning?
They ain't give a fuck about with it.
All this other shit."
Hey,
Oh
Kendall,
well,
Kendall,
I
let me ask you this question,
don't
brother. How long would
Yeah,
it take to drive from Alabama to Charlotte? How long would that ride, brother?
from Alabama. What part of Alabama?
Say Eastern Alabama. What Tuscaloosa at? That's northeast Alabama.
No, Tuscaloosa.
That's probably about nine
Oh
hours.
no, yeah, no, that's south because you got from Tuscaloosa to there is about an hour and something to Atlanta, then about 5. So that's about 6.5 hours.
Okay, would a motherfucker drive from Tuscaloosa to see Bryce Young in Charlotte?
I don't believe so.
You don't think so? Okay, okay. I was thinking about the fan, because Alabama fans, well, they travel for Alabama. They don't travel. Yeah, they ain't really into it
Yeah.
like that.
Nobody
I tell
wants
you
to
what,
like it's like
I'm gonna tell
winning
you
that's
what.
taking a back burner.
I'm gonna tell you what.
You're right. You're right.
It's
Sad.
a it's
Like put that
Hey,
shit on the
and you
back
guy.
know,
He
eye.
got a pod.
and what's crazy?
It's a guy. It's a guy. He got a podcast, right? I mean,
Uh-huh.
he been Alabama fan like for years, and I mean, like #1 Alabama fan. He got a podcast. He got this, like say he travel. He do all that stuff. And 99. I always shout out to 99. 9 the fan on this show
Yeah, the
right here.
fan. Yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because that's the local Raleigh, and they all they do is hurricanes. They do Carolina Panthers and shit like that, right?
yeah.
So they have him on there sometime because now
Oh.
they go to him to talk about Bryce Young. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And even he loves Bryce Young, but like you just said, his allegiance is to Alabama. So
Yeah,
now
yeah.
he's about
They
about
went to
yeah.
school. Yeah,
So like yeah. So if that was the case, all them would be like, okay, I got to go see Jalen. I got to go see this one. I got to go see that. You see what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
After
yeah.
that,
Okay, yeah.
after you leave Bama, it's
You
like,
you on your
okay,
own.
I'm not traveling. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not traveling again. I gotta
Them
go. I
motherfuckers
gotta
loyal, but that's their NFL team.
I mean, look, man, if Bryce Young ever leaves his damn team, it's gonna be a lot of motherfuckers that's gonna follow his dumb ass, man. They're like Baker Mayfield when he came from Cleveland down here, he brought a lot of them Cleveland fans with his ass, bro. And
Yeah,
now
I
they in
mean,
Tampa,
but you
and
know
now
what they like? Yeah, you're right. They did.
yeah, and now they in Tampa Bay. They can stay down there. Look, man, look, bro. The day Bryce leaves and take these motherfuckers with him, man, bro, I'm a
I'll be
dancing
so
jig, bro.
glad. This shit
I'm a
is
dancing
sad.
jig, bro. I'm a dancing jig because look, we're gonna get that losing shit out of the damn building. You know what I'm
Tubby
saying?
don't give a fuck about winning, man.
It's like, man, look, you know, you always put the main dish on the
the
front burner.
80% up in here, man. Y'all do me a favor and like and subscribe. If you ain't subscribed, y'all know the heat over here. Like and subscribe, man. Hit that like button. Helps me out with an algorithm, man.
Yeah.
Hit that like button for me, man. Hit me that
Everybody,
thumbs up.
everybody know when you cooking, you put the main dish on the front two eyes, Leo and Kendall or whatever. These motherfuckers put winning in the
On the
fucking
back burner.
microwave, on the back burner or some shit like that, or in the toaster. You know what
Like
I'm
we'll
saying?
see.
It's like,
Let's see what happened.
And
we'll
Hopefully, it
get to
would have
Quan,
that shit
got.
later.
and
We'll get to that
Quan,
shit later.
and
Hey,
Quan.
what's up,
You
Black
know what's
Prime?
crazy
What's
though,
up, y'all?
Quan?
It's
I
Twan,
see
man.
you.
Twan, bro.
Twan, my fault. You know what's
Yeah.
crazy as fuck, dog? Is
What?
the fact that in all of NFL history, we
Yeah.
have seen teams win with a quarterback that is average
Yeah.
because they're smart enough to beef up the defense, beef up the running game, keep the ball out his hands and make him make critical plays and don't depend on the offense to stay on this nigga's shoulder.
But there's
They
something
have
special
not
about
even
that team, though, Mike. They gonna be something special about that team.
exactly. You build the offense or run a power run game, or you know what I mean. You seen Derrick Henry carry Tennessee to the fucking playoffs. You
But that
seen
was that's
Saquon Barkley carry the Giants to the playoffs. You seen running backs carry fucking teams to the playoffs.
But them
If they
guys are
wanted
special.
the shit to work,
Guys
there's a
special.
recipe for it, but they're not committing to the recipe.
No,
because it's boring, brother. It's
get money
boring.
first. They're trying to get
It's
money first. And
it's boring.
one thing, and Mike is on the right thing for me,
Yeah,
man.
you right. You right.
One of the things I can't stand right now with Panthers fans when we do all these mock drafts and shit. That's why I'm over the damn mock drafts. I'm over that shit. Because you know what everybody trying to do, Leo?
What they try
Everybody
to do?
trying to win. Everybody trying to get everything in this draft that's going to come up Thursday, man. They trying to build everything through this one draft. Bro, look, we
Nah, but
got
no
seven
motherfucking
drafts
second
coming up.
round pick. Yeah. Now
Listen, we
no.
got seven. We ain't gonna win next year like that. We got more drafts coming up. You don't have to get it all in one draft. You don't. Motherfuckers,
Quan,
well, we got to adjust the
Quan,
defense,
this
and
is
then we
the
got to
thing.
adjust special teams, and then we got to.
This is
We
the
don't
thing.
have to do all that shit in this one draft. Go out there and
This is
get those
the thing,
special
Quan.
players in these drafts and keep it moving, man.
Keep it moving. Yeah.
We ain't
Quan,
no
this
fucking
is
center right now.
damn. This is the thing. This is the thing. The reason why people feel that way is because their boy at the QB position, they know this is
They
his
know.
last year of
Yeah, this is like
evaluation.
yeah, that I did exactly. But
Hey,
that's why they going all in for
what y'all say? Exactly. This is it. If he
him.
has
They already
18
know.
for 15 again, bro, it's over.
They're
The
gonna
You
be
Holy
know what I'm
calling
Spirit.
saying?
for
Wait,
his
If
head.
he
wait,
has, if he
wait.
has
The
his
last
2,700 yards again, it's over. If he
They're gonna
has
be
But
calling for his
11
head.
touchdowns, 11 interceptions, it's
so,
over.
but the head coach came out and told us all on a press conference, and he got us all happy when he said it. He said, "Look, we're building this team for the Carolina Panthers, and not necessarily for Bryce Young."
Well, we gonna
Yeah,
see
he
then,
said that.
goddamn it.
So show
He
us.
said that.
So prove it then.
His job is on
That's
the
what I'm
line.
saying.
His
Leo.
job is
Prove
on
it.
the line.
Because I don't believe shit.
Yeah,
Prove it.
his job is on the
I
line.
believe what I
If he
said.
know like I
Yeah.
know, if he know like I know, he better be.
That's what I'm saying, Kendall. I feel with you on that damn
I'm
that
not.
nose tackle shit. You better
Yeah.
get one of them motherfuckers, man.
I'm not getting fired with somebody else's quarterback. Fuck
That's
that.
all. I don't think I think a man
Yeah,
stupid like that.
absolutely not.
Of all
Absolutely not.
quarterback, this little
Be a
motherfucker.
dumb,
Hey
be a dumb
man,
motherfucker
Tupper,
to get
bro, that's
fired with
your guy,
somebody
bro.
else's quarterback. And look at Frank. And look at Frank. We know that wasn't his quarterback. So he's a dumb motherfucker. He got fried with somebody else's quarterback. Frank Wright. You just see
But
the
you,
I
head coach.
showed it.
you
Showed
wasn't,
it.
you wasn't gonna overrule Tupper either if you was the head coach. If that motherfucker
I,
said take Bryce, you would have took
Quan,
Bryce.
You
Quan,
gotta take him.
I'm gonna tell you something, Quan. I'm gonna tell you something.
You would have
Me
been
and
like,
Dr.
well,
Poncho
Bryce,
already
turn that card in
no,
with
no,
Bryce Young
no,
name on
no,
it.
no, no, no. Listen. It's workers out here that work for got contracts. It's workers out here that work on W-2. this and that. But if you already got a guaranteed contract, Twan, you
Oh
can
yeah,
walk.
yeah, 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 yeah.
You can walk. I'm gonna tell you a little secret. You can
So
walk.
you would
You got
just
you got to fire me though, and I'm getting all my money.
yeah. I hear what
You can
I
walk.
said what Kendall saying. So he gonna take his money and walk when he get fired.
You damn right. You better
All
when he
all
got
of it though,
5 million
Twine.
last
All of it.
game.
You
Hey,
got to
look,
He
give
got
me
hey,
all of
look,
it.
hey, look, hey,
Hey,
look,
get
and
that.
be
Hey,
like,
work a day. Hey, work one day. Better get it all.
hey, no,
Yeah,
Leo, I would have turned in that motherfucking car for TJ Stroud so fast
Immediately.
and would have gave no fucks. He dealing with the wrong nigga.
Oh
You
God,
gonna fire me and give me all this motherfucking money,
you better talk,
and then
Mike.
when the
You
nigga,
better talk.
and then when the nigga paying out, watch me get a phone call and they talking about will you come back?
look, man, we we all know that. Look, we all know. As funny as the shit is, we all know Temple was like, you ain't signing no fucking contract unless you agree to pick up Bryce Young, bro.
And you
I
know
don't
what?
think he.
As a
Wow.
real nigga, as a real
I
nigga,
don't think. I don't
if
think.
and
I
as
don't
a
think.
real nigga, if that was how the contract worked, if the
That
stipulation
shit.
was you get to get your full contract if you draft Bryce Young, nigga, I would have drafted that nigga and handed him his jersey with a smile on my motherfucking face and been like, this is about to be a hell of a retirement. Cause
Temple would have Temple would have threw a drink on you.
nigga, I don't give nigga, as big as that check
I don't
was,
think he told him that.
as big as that
I
check
still.
was,
I
as big
still
as
go
that
back to Frank's
contract
face.
was.
I still go back to Frank's face on draft night. Frank looked surprised as a motherfucker. I don't think he told him that. I swear he looked surprised.
Facts. As a matter of fact, you're right. They didn't even tell Frank that he was gonna get Bryce Young. They went past Frank and he went straight to a motherfucking piece of shit GM we had,
Man,
Scott,
me and
and
Kendall sat
saying,
there and watched
"Here,
that video,
get
bro.
Bryce."
Yeah,
We
yeah.
watched that video. That motherfucker looked like I should have never came to this motherfucker, bro.
He
Exactly.
did. He did. He was like, "Nigga, why are we getting
Exactly.
Bryce?"
Like I should have never came to Carolina. I knew he was gonna pull that shit tonight.
But you
That
know
just
what
happened.
though? That nigga
Shit.
retired
That's
with a
what he
big
look like.
look. That nigga just sold his
Yeah.
goddamn big ass three
Hey,
point six
as far as
million
I'm
dollar
concerned,
house.
as far as I'm concerned, Frank Reich is a pimp. He's a
Fact.
pimp. That motherfucker got paid all that damn money to coach how many games? And now he's good. Now he's good.
So
Hey, look, bro. Like you said, I would have picked up CJ Stroud. Y'all would have been in a better position and got fired or whatever. There you go. I could go in anywhere in Charlotte to get motherfucking free drinks and dinners. I'm
Hey, check
good.
this out. Hey, check this out. This now I'm gonna push back on Goat. Goat.
yes, sir.
Motherfuckers talking about Dave Canales. And you talking about how happy that nigga look at that podium. Nigga, you see how big his contract is?
Oh,
And to know
what
that
is his
I might
contract, Mike?
now listen,
What is his contract? You know what is his contract?
it's like 9 million a year for like 6 years. If I do the math right, 9 times
Well, he
six,
got
my
out
nigga
cheap.
is 54 million.
He got out cheap. He was gonna pay Ben 15.
But hear me out though. For a first time coach, 54 million, and to know if I fuck up 11 games, I get
That's
54
7.
million and get to walk and get my whole 54 million. Nigga,
He
Roger
was
that.
gonna
Give me
pay.
that.
Yeah, I'm
He
out.
was gonna pay Ben. He was gonna pay Ben 15. He was gonna pay Ben
Fact.
15. Ben was a first year coach. Ben would have been a first year head coach. He was
Matter of
gonna pay him
fact,
15.
let me double check that. I want to know to make sure I'm right.
I didn't never look it up, so I can't push back to say what it is. But if anybody in the chat knows what it is, man, I never seen what Canales' money was. I don't know, but I know he was gonna pay Ben Johnson 15. So you know what I'm saying? Anything under 15, the nigga got
He
off the hook.
turned he turned a 252. The Cam fans ain't never going nowhere. Never. Never.
Yeah,
We're never
but
going away.
when Mike come back with that, man, we gonna ease on out of here. Twan, give me a closing statement, if you would, please.
um, yeah, man. Please subscribe to the 704 Charlotte Bound Show, man. We came back last night, full show, man. Great show last night. Man, look, the draft time is supposed to be a fun time. We gonna all be excited. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that I will tell people out there, and I don't want to be Debbie Downers with this, is y'all know our history. Y'all know think about how many times you got your hopes up, and then, Carolina do what they do. So go into this draft optimistic. Don't get totally upset if they don't pick somebody that you personally wanted. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes don't always hope for the best with this damn team, bro. Let them earn your fandom back, your confidence in this team back, and let them show it to you first before you start going crazy and go, oh, this gonna be the shit tonight or whatever. Wait and see first, you know. And we don't have to win everything in this one draft, bro. We got a couple drafts coming up. We ain't gonna win like that next year, so. That's my word, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been hurt too much by this team to put full confidence in what they're going to do. We got a lot of new moving parts. Just go into the shit with an open mind.
No doubt. Mike, did you find out what it was, Mike? Mike still must be looking. All right, man. Y'all gonna get my final right here. Mike, you find out what it was, Mike?
I
Yeah,
think I
they,
think his kids took off.
yeah, they done took over. Hold on, I gotta get
No,
it done
They
real
hit
nah,
the
quick.
button. They hit
it ain't coming, bro.
okay.
Yeah, you find out what it was, Mike?
Nah, it ain't show up on Google, man. So I'm gonna do some research and get back to
All
you
right, well, yeah,
guys.
yeah. Okay, yeah, yeah. And I got to call you too because you missed the meeting yesterday. But I got to call you. But we got it. Though. We'll handle it. I'll
All
call
right.
you in a little while. Hey, go ahead and give me a final. Go ahead and give me a final.
Yo, I'm a second what was just said. Let the draft come. Let's see what happens. Let's see the production on the field. Goat don't have a heart attack if they don't pick up Michael if he's sitting at 33, and
Please.
I'm out.
No doubt.
Hey, Kendall, I want to say one quick thing though, man.
Uh huh.
Just shout out to Flame for Jesus. Look, I won't Trey Benson as well, bro. But look, man, shout out to the Hurricanes up here in Raleigh. Me and Kendall live up here in the Raleigh area. Shout out to the Hurricanes that's doing their business. What a fantastic win that they just recently had on the ice. And shout out to my New York Knicks. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, Flame. Hey, Flame. I appreciate you, man. You always a supporter, man.
Shout
I
out to
appreciate
Flame,
what we
bro.
try to do. Give out some good content around here. Like I
Yeah.
said, I'm gonna just reiterate the show. Some people came in late, man. We talked about
I didn't know y'all was in
going
here for
back.
3 hours.
Yeah. Go back and Joe Person of the Athletic. He come out there. He said there's a buzz coming out of the his little birds. Like I said, Game of Thrones. He hearing his little birds. He hearing his little birds, and they telling him that they gonna draft a quarterback, but it's gonna be day 3. And I
I
said
don't
that'd be
believe
too
that shit.
high. That was my whole argument. It's gonna be too high of a pick. Like so I seen some people in the chat saying Sam Hartman is probably gonna be an undrafted. That's true. You know what I'm saying? Only thing this guy is gonna do, this quarterback that they do draft is going to be because Andy Dalton contract is up 2024, and they need to get another quarterback backing up that's going to be acclimated to Canales' system. They want to hit the ground running
Then
after
go
that
get
guy
Jordan Travis then. They go get Jordan Travis.
stuff
Jordan
like
Travis runs his
I,
system.
it could be. I don't know, but it's too high to pick one at like 101 and 142 or whatever. That's tight end country,
Absolutely.
right? So
Hmm.
that I talked about the Zach Wilson thing because that's with Denver having a quarterback that directly affects the board and the board moving down every click. Like I tell y'all, somebody gonna call us at 33. That might make Mike Penix sitting there, Bo Nix might be sitting there. You know what I'm saying? That one move right there directly affects the board. We're gonna get a call come Friday morning. What else do we talked about the power rank, not the power rankings, but the rankings of the individual players coming down 2 days away. Some people have already moved up, some people moved down. Hey, up until draft, you don't know where none of these motherfuckers here gonna go. But if you didn't watch the whole show, go back and look at it. Like I said, give me a like and subscribe. Hey man, other than that, y'all know what time it is. Y'all know I'm out here.